Jeff was a good boy. Yeah, we went to the mall and we got a Leo Slayer t-shirt.
Leo Slayer.
Leo Slayer. He was a death metal. He was gay death metal.
Right.
Hey, Booty, did you see what Doc said? He said you need to sing the Pledge of Allegiance before every show.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Either that or play the North Korean national anthem.
All right. So.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
We got so much we can't even contain ourselves.
Yes, I got so much. I didn't have enough time. I did a lot of things.
You got mail.
Oh, yes. And Craig actually has a condensed, mostly true news report. And
You got a condition.
well,
Small.
condensed. No song. So I don't know what that's all about. But no, I'm saying it now because I accidentally have. You've said it before and not gotten in there. We're so unorganized and crazy over here. So I'm trying to say it so somebody will remind me or butt in.
Well, if we miss it, we'll miss it.
Oh, Lord. Well, we know Craig doesn't make it much longer than an hour. So if it gets close to the hour
that's
mark.
why it better be within an hour. But Jeff, he gets on a roll and you can't shut him up.
That's why I said it at the beginning because I don't want to forget.
That's rich coming from this panel.
Gosh.
Well, there's so much going on, but apparently I'm all the way behind or something. So this is going to be a fun night. I'm going to be playing catch up all night. I thought I knew some stuff, and these guys are coming out of left field on everything. I don't even know who Destiny is. I know a Destiny, but it's not the same one. I'll tell you that.
It's a stripper.
Every time I hear Destiny, I think it's a chick, but it's a dude.
Yeah, it's a dude.
It's a dude.
It's a guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a dude.
Yeah, it's a dude.
Maybe it is.
Well, she's got a beard.
I saw a lady at this circus had a beard. Uh-oh, what happened?
No, glitch. You were talking about, I was trying to do
it's a man, baby.
That's what it is.
I hit everyone on the way there. I was gonna play well, not every single one, but I was gonna play the other one too for Pootie.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I saw a thing today, just real quick. I saw a thing today where there was this really big trans dressed up like a lady, and y'all might have seen this. He's giving a store owner a load of shit because the store owner called him sir, right? and the trans got so pissed. The trans got so pissed off. He said, "You're going to need an ambulance to take you home." And the guy just kind of glitches for a second. He's like, "No, the ambulance goes to the hospital. They're not going to take me home."
I thought you were going to talk about that one where he goes, "It's ma'am," real loud and screams at him.
Yeah, that's the old school one. Yeah,
I guess that one is old. So, yeah. So this Destiny person is a man, not
Correct.
a woman,
Correct.
and they're like an influencer.
Yeah, well, he's a YouTuber, but he was also on Pierce Morgan, so he said a bunch of shit on there.
Sure.
He streams on Twitch a lot. He's big on Twitch.
Thank you, Pootie.
Okay, and so Jeff, are you here? What was the deal with you're the one that brought up this big on Twitch man named Destiny.
Yeah, so looks like he's either being canceled or I know he's under some serious investigation over this whole Discord nonsense.
He was calling for everybody to get out there and kill conservatives.
Yep.
Oh.
And basically, you know, Elon needs to be next.
Thanks, Cheryl. Elon needs to be next. So that's funny because that's something that I think it's Tim Pool was talking about, the freedom of speech thing, that they're finding ways to say threatening things that are not prosecutable. But then if you do try to, then it could you want to be careful because you don't want to take away the freedom of speech. But they're like, say it like, okay, so
And 3 different people say it. So different things.
Yes, I should have got the clip, man. Why I
You
don't
could
do
still
it?
lose your job.
That's what Craig's saying, though, with the 3 different people, they use each. So one person will say a list, and another person will say something about that list, and so they space it out this way so that it's less incriminating than if one person says it. They're doing a lot of this stuff for real. It's hard to explain.
Then you have 3 obvious conspirators,
and they're going to get there, man.
Yeah.
So, but I do believe that it's almost like a trap to ensnare, so that they can then take away some of free speech, and we don't want that. So let them say what they want to say, and as long as it's not threatening.
But they're inciting violence, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and there is limitations on free speech.
Right. But if the way they're doing it is real sneaky on purpose, like, okay, well, this and this one will say that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. They explained it better. I might dig up that clip just because soon as I decided not to use it, we talk about it. It's like that every time.
If you're not peeing, you can. Sorry. I forgot we were live.
Cut you off, Jeff. I just the whole you were saying people were calling for that. I've been hearing that. That is something I've been hearing is people like trying to call for more of it.
Well, I'll give you a quick story, just to show how, I don't know, disconnected or how messed up people are. So I am running a campaign for a local politician, and he comes in to my office yesterday and says he has a major issue. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So a school teacher in the local school district had told his students that it was a good thing that this offing of Kirk happened. And so some of the kids had went home and said something to their parents. Well, one of the parents is good friends with this political candidate. And so he calls them out on it on Facebook, which I don't agree with, but it is what it is. And so they sent a letter to the local school district, and the local school district said, free speech, yada, yada. So the next morning, which was this morning, him and his wife and another political candidate get text messages with basic death threats saying, we'll see you at your next campaign, yada. And so he asked me, he goes, what do we do? And I said, well, the first thing is, if you call the local PD, they're going to kick it to the feds. And the only reason they would kick it to the feds is because he's a political candidate on a ticket. And so I called one of the local field offices and filed a 302. And so the SAC had called me this afternoon and saying, hey, we need copies of whatever you got. But the school district, the bureau, had contacted the school district to let them know that this is going on. And I don't know if they call him the president of the district or whatever, told the agent, the case agent, tough shit. Oh, well, it's free speech. Well, I have a feeling come tomorrow morning that's not going to be the case. Sorry that I'm boring you, Craig.
No,
Don't
that's
worry.
kind of
That
a
was very
sticky-
boring, Jeff.
It's a
Sorry.
sticky situation, man. I don't know what. I don't know. If they're not backing you up, man, what do you do?
Right.
They going FAFO.
Yeah, that's it, Jeff. Stay strong, Jeff. Clint Torres, you're a legend. Good to see you, Clint. Sorry. I just saw Clint.
Karen Reese. I was a minute late, but I guess as opposed to my usual start time, it's close enough. I guess.
And when I was talking to the intake over the phone, I had asked her. I said, "Hey, are you guys getting a lot of this stuff?" And she said, "Beyond belief." And I think it's to the point where people are just tired of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, both sides, they're tired of this shit because one day it could be them.
Yep.
It's gone way out of hand, way out of control. But I believe nefarious things are. I don't think we have all the story right.
Oh no!
I mean, that text messages just look so staged and not.
Yep.
Oh my
Even
God. We gotta
even
do the
Gork and Chat CCP said it wasn't right. It said it was a fake.
What's that?
The text message.
The text messages between.
Yeah. Both of them said it was
supposed
fake.
Person who was
I have some clips of that a little later. It's what they were saying over at Tim Pool's is that that's not even how Gen Z talks. Like, there's no caps and none of this. It's like they're using proper pronunciation, or what is it, commas and question marks. Nobody messages that way.
Very suspicious.
Well, and the other thing that just doesn't. All right, so the first guy that they arrested, remember the white-haired guy?
Yeah.
He's being charged now with kiddie stuff.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what else he did? He was also
he admitted to it too, Jeff. I know what you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah. Tells them it's on my phone. That's crazy. We have some of that too later. I mean, by then we've already talked about it, but oh well.
He's a 911 thing involved there. He was also involved in something during the Salt Lake Marathon or some shit like that.
Good to see you, Tim.
They know where to find him, Jeff. Jeff.
Oh, you guys sub up to Zach. He says he's 100 away from 2K.
Zach. Good to see you, Zach.
Yeah, good to see you, Zach.
Tim's out there too. Good to see you, Patriot.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Tim. He was MAGA. If anybody didn't know that he changed his name, that was MAGA Patriot for Life or something, wasn't it? Yeah, he's under alias.
He's undercover now.
Okay, so real quick, while I can get in here, just a real short clip, in case who hasn't heard of it or didn't know about it. Something good does seem to be coming of the Charlie Kirk thing, and it's. I mean, that sounds terrible. I don't even mean to say it that way, but it is something positive that I hope does, create a change. And I'm going to play just a quick. We all have heard about the Obama. I'll get the name wrong. Was it Smith-Bunt Act or something like this?
The Smith-Bunt Act. Munt.
Yeah, I said it with a beat. And anyways, here we go. I'll let them explain it better.
What is the Smith-Bunt Act? They're asking for the reinstatation of this code law under the name of the Charlie Kirk Act. So let's first watch the video that started it all.
Yes.
If you stay to watch the video, please tag him down below, share, and repost so we can try to get this to him as quickly as possible and hope that he can do something with this.
So this girl was trying to get Trump's attention by posting this, and it worked. The interwebs flooded Trump with this message, and then Trump reposted it. And this is what she has to say.
The hardest thing about the new Ben & Jerry's sundae.
Hey, wait, I want to see this.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
As a supporter who voted for you 3 times, I am hoping and praying that you will revisit what Barack Obama and Joe Biden got rid of back in 2013, which is the Smith-Bunt Act, which held news corporations accountable for lying to the American people and spreading propaganda instead of truth. I think instead of bringing it back as a Smith-Mundt Act, you name it the Charlie Kirk Act, you make it a law, and you make it damn near impossible for these people to continue to lie to the American public, which has brought chaos, hatred, division, and anarchy all across this country. Fines out the ass, which will damn near bankrupt their company should they lie to the American people ever again. They can have their opinions, that's fine. They need to state that it is their opinion and that it is not a fact. Because of their constant lies, a man lost his life over it. Because of the constant hateful rhetoric of calling him a fascist and a Nazi and a white supremacist and a bigot, the same thing that they called you, this man is dead. I think this would be a great legacy for him to have a law named after him, to force journalists to finally start telling the truth and having the integrity that they have lacked for over a decade. I hope that this gets to you. I hope that you think about it and that you pass it into law. Because we are on a dangerous path right now with the constant lies and the propaganda. And that doesn't end just at news journalists. It needs to go to content creators who consistently spread lies and propaganda and half-truths across the internet. This needs to end. And people need to start being held accountable for baseless claims over absolute abysmal things. It needs to end. So please, if you have it in your heart to have the time to do this, get this in front of Congress, get this passed as a law, and start holding these news corporations, be they right, left, or center, accountable for their behavior.
I don't think that news corporations and the internet, you know, like people posting on the internet should be held to the same standard. Right?
Anyway, she goes on to.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why
I
not?
heard they're gonna get the politicians fix it where they can't lie if they do.
Right. Well,
Oh, but they could say anything in Congress and they
Not,
won't be
not,
charged for it. Yeah.
not if they do this.
Hey, did you guys see the FCC chairman today?
didn't.
Oh, I heard about a text. Something he texted back to. The little seltzer guy. Am I right about that?
Yeah. And Tim's right on this one too. He got canceled. Go ahead though. I'm sorry. Jimmy Kimmel.
There was a news media, I think it was CBS, and it might tie into the Jimmy Kimmel stuff, to where they reported something that they knowingly knew was false, and the FCC chairman come out today and said that CBS is under investigation and they are going to get fined, but outside of pulling their license, he didn't want to comment because he would have to be basically a witness to the hearing.
Who was going to have to be a witness to the hearing? I'm so sorry. I
The-
do get distracted by the comments.
The
Shut up, Chris.
chairman of the FCC.
Okay.
Craig, you're really starting to piss me off.
I know. That's what I'm hoping, Jeff. That's exactly what I was hoping for. You trying to steal my Yorker from me? Fuck you.
Hey, so
mission accomplished.
Yeah, so Cola doesn't get sidetracked. Let me know when you guys want to talk about the Pennsylvania Amish area shooting.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
I didn't even
Hold
hear
on.
about that, Jeff.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
I have not got to the bottom. Did we finish out with the dude named Destiny? Or did
No,
we
get
didn't.
off
We
from
never
there?
even touched on
Squirrel.
Destiny. We
My
don't want to
bad.
touch him.
No, I mean, did we finish? Like, did you say everything you had to say about that? Because I wasn't sure, and I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean he's under big investigation now with this whole Discord nonsense and what. I didn't see the clip that Craig was talking about where the girl said that we're screwed.
Yes, I'll send it to you, Jeff. I'll send it to you. Could you hear me down there, Jeff? No, I'll send it to
Can
you,
you
Jeff.
hear me down?
You know, the problem is, though, I don't think he says baby.
Trust the plan.
Yeah, Pootie always says trust the plan, baby. He just says
Baby.
trust the plan. I knew
Plan.
something was off about that. Yeah, it sounds weird. 'cause he
Pootie went
doesn't
and made it
say
country.
baby. Yeah, I like it, though.
Yeah. To get that southern swine in there.
Hey, I
We're-
speak Southern twang.
He's cute.
Swang, you say?
Swine.
I think he
Swine.
meant twang. I don't know. Who cares?
Oh, and did you see the Trump faux pas in the UK?
No.
You know, Trump really doesn't make mistakes, right?
Oh my gosh. I get what you're trying to say, but
Well, he
What?
walked the walk in front of Charles, like
Oh, I
Well-
saw a picture of that. He was
Wait.
talking to a guard, and I was like, "That's unusual."
people might take that the wrong way. He does make mistakes, but he also does things
for a reason.
that aren't necessary. That
Well,
people might take one of two ways. But
Charles pointed him on. Charles is the one that said, "Go ahead of me." I don't
Well,
know if you saw
right.
that. Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, what are you talking about? All right.
He didn't call him King Charles. He called him Prince Charles.
Oh, big deal.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
he
Where's
said
I know
your
it.
lizard mother?
dinner, so-
Where's your
Okay.
lizard?
Yeah, but in his
Let's follow
defense,
that trail.
he was
There's
Prince
the
for like 30, 50 years or something. He was Prince,
yes.
or whatever.
I'm not-
it was,
Yeah, I'm
100
not
years.
trying to make anything out of it. I just thought it was very
He might have done it
entertaining.
on purpose.
Agreed, Rob. I got that too. And
And
Morgan for that reason, because he is, he's not just going to bite his tongue if he doesn't think. And we need balance. Like somebody's got to, represent each side. And I think there's some truth to both. I don't even know, whether it was on purpose, whether he actually just screwed up. Because, like Yorga said, he was Prince for a long time. That's the other side. That's the other side of that coin.
And did you see Trump pat him on the back? You're not supposed to touch him unless he, extends his hand to shake your hand or something. And Trump
That's
patted him
funny.
on the back.
So,
That's funny because Trump's like, "Come on, little buddy," like he did
Yeah.
to Kim Jong-un. Man, it's just hilarious,
He
man.
was stroking an iguana.
Pootie, do you think that it means
And
anything?
the Saudi prince too. Remember he walked behind him, patted him on the back.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
He
Mhm.
knows what he's doing. Trust the plan, baby.
So you think it was intentional that he called him a prince on purpose, knowing and didn't accidentally say it, Pootie? Because I'm just curious what that would mean if he did. Say he did say it on purpose. Well, what's the purpose of that, right?
A dig.
To belittle him, to let him know that you're not the man, I'm the man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
I can't wait till the next office party. I'm going to be touching all over you, mother effers.
Oh my God, no way, Karen. Are you serious?
What did Karen say?
What?
Did we talk about Erica saying she's pregnant? I'm assuming she means
Oh,
Shirley.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Wait,
Oh my
who's
gosh, I did not see that.
Yeah.
I'm telling
She's
y'all,
supposed to be pregnant.
wait? Who's pregnant? Who?
She's saying
Charlie Kirk.
Oh,
wife.
wow! No, I didn't know this.
me either. Craig, I didn't either. Yeah, that's
Man.
right, Jason.
Get her up here. Tell us a story.
That's why.
No,
That's why.
amazing.
Remember, everybody's talking about her face being fat. They saying it was AI and everything. That's why her face is fat, because she's pregnant again.
She's pregnant. Oh, poor. Oh man.
Mm.
I don't know. Could be a blessing.
I know, but it breaks my heart. This whole situation. This whole
Yeah,
I know
thing.
it.
Just,
The queen isn't dead. She's just building a new body. Oh my God,
She
she's
is.
a reptile.
that's what she's shedding right now.
Oh my God.
She's molting.
Molting on a rock, a heat rock.
Unconfirmed.
Go get the royal heat rock. Hasn't been used since Charlemagne.
The queen has requested royal crickets to be served immediately to her.
Y'all are killing me. Royal heat rock.
That is we gotta put that on a shirt.
You know what the royal heat rock is? Shit, I don't know. We ain't seen that thing since Charlemagne.
They said they showed the ultrasound of the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
God.
Gosh.
That makes it, as bad as it is, that makes it, well, I hate to say worse, a baby, but man, compounds everything. Let's leave it at that.
It's really a biblical time. Everything going on is very, very, very biblical.
Yes.
And I know everybody's thinking September what is it called? September the 23rd is going to be.
I keep hearing it too, but I don't know about it, Craig.
I don't either because I don't talk and I don't give dates like that. And I don't,
It's already in the Bible that nobody knows except for the Father. Jesus doesn't even know what day it's going to be.
That's it.
And the angels, they don't know. Only the Father knows.
Only the Father.
So,
Pootie, are you eating your iron lung again?
No, I don't know what it is. I think it's his aquarium.
I'm vaping.
I'm vaping.
I'm vaping.
I got to be honest with you guys. I'm vaping right now. What are you wearing, Pootie?
Yeah, Pootie, what are you wearing?
I'm naked.
All right, I'll put it on camera for that.
All right, let's see.
Says we got 3 days of darkness coming this weekend. Or saying people are saying
there's some kind of solar eclipse, right?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
On the 20th. It's weird how this lines up, Cole.
There's a lot going on too. So, and you know what's even crazy is that I feel like other countries are getting out more over Charlie Kirk than we are. I got this here. This is just not even, I think it's a minute and 20 seconds. It's just the protests in the UK. And you know, we got a friend there now. Well, he's probably sleeping right now, but
the 2 up, 1 down, 1 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2
I'll
down.
mess it up too. I just call him Jay now, or he likes to go by Hammers. Anyways, he goes out and this stuff all the time, but I wonder, I have been so busy. I have not watched any live streams, but she covered it.
There he is, right there.
2 up, 2 down. There he is, my boy.
But this is real short, y'all, but it's crazy.
Check it out. You can't hear it. The Guardian reported 110,000 people at a London rally today. They had their own helicopters showing the millions of patriots. Legacy media proving again, they'll just lie to your face. Nobody trusts the media. Okay, so they hired their own helicopter to show you how many people are out there because the media refuses to show it. Wild. Look how big these crowds are in support. This reminds me of Jan 6. Okay, like I went there just as a news reporter to show you what was really going on. All of my streams got deleted against my will with all of my friends. And then nobody was able to see how many people were there and what was actually going on. And then while I'm there, I'm like getting texts from my mom saying like, it's dangerous, like get out of there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like their media was zooming in on these minor events that they probably staged when there was like so many millions more people. And it was just like, God, the way that the media can construe things for an agenda is mind blowing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we know that though. But that's why we have people like him. If you guys aren't sub to him, you ought to sub up to him if you guys want to see all kinds of what's going on over there. And it's not just him. There's a whole other community and other, places that stream. And I feel like they are trying to take some of that speech away. You were there. Wow. I bet he's got some good footage of that. I just have been so busy.
And 2 up, 2 down's been through a lot of stuff. He gave us his testimony backstage.
There's this link if you guys aren't subbed.
Awesome dude.
Up. Yeah,
awesome
he really
dude.
is a good guy. And I agree, a good guy. And
I just wish he'd speak English.
Yeah, it's a geezer. He comes up with a geezer, governor.
Now I learned something. Look, when I see him now, I type, I can't even. Oi, oi. That's how they say hi.
Mate. Oi, oi, mate.
So stupid when I say it, but so it's O-I. So now I don't type hi anymore. When I go over, I type oi, oi.
Are you sure he's not in? Are you sure he's not in Oklahoma?
No, this one I think is genuine.
Yeah, we did get fooled by Steph Richards.
He takes his camera
he's
out there.
genuine, but he could be from Cincinnati.
He could be from Cincinnati. He's not.
I'm not sure.
I was there behind the police battering Patriots. Damn.
My nose is running. Billy. Oh, there's a Best Life. I know him.
I know him. Every time you say that, I think of the elf when he sees Santa. He's like, I know him.
I didn't think about that, but it does sound like
No, I thought that's why you were doing it. You should have just been like, yeah, I was making a joke.
I
thought that's why you said it.
I want to copy that guy. That guy went to the island. You know what
Oh
island I'm talking
man,
about.
I hate that. I thought he was so funny. I liked a
I did
lot of
too,
Will
but
Ferrell.
then it all got ruined by people going to the island.
Mm. Well, I didn't know he was one of them, honestly. I mean, I guess they probably all are to some degree. This is real. I got one more for you guys, and this is also like 1 minute and 20 seconds. And this is South Korea. Same thing.
Bujentao.
Ooh.
They were speaking in English. Check it out.
In South Korea, crowds are chanting, "We are Charlie Kirk."
We are Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Your art. That's a big event. Look how many people. Goes
It really is.
Build a website you love.
That was pretty much
Hey,
it.
wait, I want to see this.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
you
was
know,
trying to say,
something about all of these protests I've seen. There ain't a piece of trash on the street nowhere.
Yeah. And that's beautiful too. Like, I don't get out much. So like I definitely have don't go to other countries and things like this.
Tell us about the shooting, Jeff. I've seen part of it, but they never did say about the guy the guy that shot them all. They never did say if he was white, black, or what he was.
Well,
doesn't matter.
Well, yes, it does matter.
Why?
And I'll tell you why it matters.
All right.
So, if people haven't heard, earlier today in Pennsylvania near Amish country, there was a 911 call where 4 city police and a sheriff was dispatched to this call. Now, originally it came out as a domestic. And when they got there, the 5 officers were all shot. 3 killed, 2 in critical, and the guy 69'd himself.
No, they changed it. Last I seen, they said the cops took him out, and
Okay.
they went there to serve a warrant.
Correct. Here's the issue. Within the first half hour of this story coming out, the Mexican consulate
I've seen them there.
issued a statement that the Mexican government is closely watching these events.
That's why your name. That's why you came in with that name. All right.
So I think this is probably something dealing in cartels, because the cartels may, who goes into Amish country, right?
Right. And who would shoot a cop quicker than anybody else?
Yeah,
correct.
You're right.
They shot 30 rounds.
Man, that was a war.
Oh yeah, they said it was pretty much a bloodbath.
It's like no Country for Old Men.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
But that's the first time I have heard, for such a small town, I mean, for the Mexican consulate to send out a message saying, yeah, we're monitoring these events extremely closely. So who knows? This guy may be a cartel member.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So we don't know yet who he is or what's up with that. We probably won't know.
They was there when Shapiro was talking the first press briefing. Because I seen everybody in chat and said, "What's a Mexican consulate doing there?"
Right.
Well, do you want to talk about they were talking a lot about Kash Patel, and I got a couple of those clips, or do you want to do your news first?
Wait, it'll be real quick. But how many
That's
people? Wait, keep a count. I want to see how many people leave.
Oh my God. There's going to be more people show up to listen. What do you mean? Nobody's
I
going
don't
to
think
leave.
so because we don't have a song about Jeff.
Well, you shouldn't have said that part out loud. They would have
I'm gonna
waited.
lie.
And
We have a great song about Jeff,
kidding.
but you got to put me full screen, Cole. I don't know how to do it when I'm small.
Okay, let me for dramatic effect. Let me take that off of there. I can't believe I didn't know that. Anyways, okay, it's giving me the option to remove you from stage. I'm not going to do that. Hang on.
Just remove me. It'd be easier.
Why is it not giving me the option?
Oh, there's somebody said that the guy was Sean Soburn. Said I live here, baseball coach. He's a baseball coach.
Oh wow, what? But he could still be involved. Think about that couple that was selling oil to the cartels. They had a oil company.
You like your
they were buying a
breaking
lot
news?
of Mexican oil.
Craig, you like your breaking news?
Yes, I love it. Thank you. Breaking news. And now, for your mostly true news report, I am Philip J. Corso.
I know exactly who that is. Colonel Corso.
Yes, Philip J. Corso.
Yeah, I read his
served in
book.
the United States Army in 1942 to 1963 and earned the rank of lieutenant colonel. Corso was on the President Eisenhower's National Security Council for 4 years. In 1961, he became the chief of the Pentagon's Foreign Technology Desk in Army Research and Development, which means he probed UFOs, guys. First, for the real and good news, the grass withers, the flowers fade, but the word of our God stands forever. And that's Isaiah 48 in the New King James.
Amen.
Amen. This news segment is sponsored by the Best Life's YouTube channel. Enjoy the hands of a craftsman as he creates custom knives and sheaths with those same hands we talked about earlier. He could have been a hand model in a magazine, but the internet ruined that too. Please subscribe to The Best Life. You can find him on YouTube. First in your news of mostly trueness, this is a condensed version. Cheating scandal nearly sinks the World Stone Skipping Championships. Organizers of the World Stone Skipping Championship in Scotland said cheating scandals led to a disqualification of several competitors. Apparently, it's common for people to cheat at these sports.
I don't know you cheat at that.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you. The World Stone Skimming Championship, an annual celebration of the sport, also known as stone skipping, is held every September on the western Scotland island of Easdale. The rules of the competition require the stone thrown by competitors to skim across the surface of the water, but in a naturally occurring slate from the island. But several competitors in this year's event were found to be wielding rocks that appeared to have been shaped and smoothened by machines. Devious people.
I wonder if they're in jail.
Some of the stones appeared to have artificial notches created to aid in throwing. So because you're supposed to use the stones from the area.
Right.
So they obviously cheated. Matthews said organizers are considering new rules for future competitors, requiring participants to choose from stones selected by officials instead of finding their own, because you can't trust anybody anymore. Secondly, in your news of mostly trueness, loose boa constrictor found slithering across a Pennsylvania road. When Boswell lost his pet boa, they found it in a road. It was in Pennsylvania. Loose. Okay, I read that part. Animal Rescuers in Pennsylvania were summoned to help police with the capture of a 3-foot boa constrictor. What a big deal. Found slithering across the road. The Raven Ridge Wildlife Center said personal responders to call from Columbia police about a snake found in the middle of the road. Police covered the snake with trash can and secured it into a place with a brick while waiting for rehabilitation to arrive. You know the cops don't know how to handle snakes. They used a brick and a garbage can. Gosh. Our rehabber carefully lifted the garbage can to assess the snake's head position and its size. The post said the boa was clearly tired and frightened, but was gently picked up and placed into a crate for transport back to our center. Rescuers said it is not yet clear whether the boa escaped from a home or was intentionally released by its owner. When the police found the boa in the road, Jim Boswell let it go.
You said there was no singing, you guys.
Sorry. I forgot about that. And this concludes your mostly true news report. I am Craig the Hunter.
Yay!
Hey.
Thank you, Cole. I'm sorry. Everybody come back. Come back, everybody.
The numbers went up, Craig.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to be one bad thing or another. It's either up or down. They're both bad.
I think 2 up, 2 down got a bunch of people over.
Oh, shit. That's why they went up, man. That's 2 up, 2 down, bringing in his folks. That's his crew.
Oh, I didn't see. Wait, oi. That's how they say hi. So maybe you're right. But they stayed. They didn't leave.
But if he brings people over, then we're international.
We are. Wait. Oh, I love it. All right.
Okay, Echo wants to ask Jeff, what are your thoughts on the place in South America going silent? What are your thoughts on the place in South America going silent? Thanks, Jay.
I wonder what place in South America she's talking about.
What'd you say, Yorga? Okay, there you go.
Oh, Bob's here.
Oh, I need to put a link out, really.
Hey, Bob.
Because either Bob or Hammers, either one's welcome up. I have been so behind. I know I've forgotten a lot of things. I probably didn't send all the links I was supposed to. Apparently, I missed a lot. I feel like Jeff had more to say, and I don't know what it was. I'm almost scared to ask.
He muted.
Well, let's do Kash Patel. I was about to do that before Craig, real quick.
Oh man, he was awesome.
He really was.
This is somebody else sharing it, but it's the same no matter who's sharing it. I don't know why these people. I think I got this guy from you, Pootie, actually, but this is only like a minute. This guy that shared it.
What I am
this
doing
looks like a guy.
Providing historic reform and combating the weaponization of intelligence by the likes of you. And we have countlessly proven you to be a liar in Russiagate, in January 6th. You are the biggest fraud to ever sit in the United States Senate. You are a disgrace to this institution and an utter coward.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised that you continue to lie from your perch and put on a show so you can go raise money for your charade. You are a political buffoon at best. It's my time, not yours.
My God.
Oh, I love it.
I do too.
Country,
it is
I follow you on your social media posts that tear this country apart.
To address your falsehoods.
You can try all you want
in this country.
to not take responsibility for what you have said. Sir, your time is over.
That was FBI Director Kash Patel in a fiery back and forth today with Democrats.
I love it.
He was hearing, he was battling to get the word. He got the last word a lot. Let's look.
You get the last word a lot.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I enjoyed it too.
That's Ben Doc. He used to be a veteran biker.
You know what? I know I got him from you, Pootie.
Yeah.
You know what it tells me though? I don't know why when people get like to be big YouTube world and they have to have their face on the screen when they share something, like they don't want you to share it and not have credit for it. It's like you're sharing something already. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't bug me on all of them, but some of them it's just like, man, why do
all you have to do is ask Craig.
Oh my God.
That's what I do. I'm a clout chaser.
Oh.
Chasing clouts.
No, I mean, I guess it does make sense. They just don't want. Okay, so no one put the link out. I don't know.
Did you see the look on their staffers' faces? As Patel they know they're screwed.
They know all the secrets, Jeff. They know everything. They know more than we should ever know.
Well, what's old Eric? What's his name?
Swallowwell.
Yeah, boy, he got him today.
oh, Fang.
Yeah, he put him in his place today, buddy.
So, well, I can do. There's only a couple little short ones. I don't know. I'm gonna skip that one. Actually, I was gonna play it, but they actually talked about the kickbacks from the cartel and stuff. Well, you know what? Let's do it. I'm lying. He talks about the accomplishments of the administration. As far as like the things that they've done, which, they said they think the cartel's giving kickbacks to the. That's why they don't care about it because they miss the money. They don't want it.
Yeah.
Florida. House Financial Services Congressman, what's your reaction to this? This is major fighting going on. Patel called Schiff the biggest fraud to ever sit in the U.S. Senate. What's your take?
My take is that Kash Patel has come to Washington, appointed by Donald Trump, to clean up the FBI and to clean it up from what the Democrats have done to that institution. And so they tried to berate him in committee, and Kash wasn't having any of it. Kash Patel is going to speak his mind. I actually know him quite well. He's a good man, and he's doing a great job over at the FBI. He's not going to do the old Washington ways of just sitting there and letting these Democrat senators berate him with inaccurate information and outright lies. And so Kash pushed back, and he should push back, getting the truth out to what the FBI is doing on behalf of the American people.
Congressman, let's get your reaction to FBI Director Patel today with jarring numbers on the violent felons they're getting arrested as the Trump White House cracks down on crime. Watch this.
Value of having a partner is huge. Finding someone you trust is what really builds the business from the base.
I do like them.
I get in trouble over them too. Because I never
the
get
hardest
the
thing is to get started.
I don't know how to do
you
it.
have to
and
get it on.
Never get the link.
If the FBI, under my 7-month leadership, were failing this administration in this country, why do we have 23,000 violent felons arrested this year alone? A double increase from that time last year. Why is it that we have seized 6,000 weapons? Why have we found 1,500 child predators and arrested them? Why have we have 300 human traffickers in jail? Why have we found and identified 4,700 children? Why have we seized 1,600 kilograms of fentanyl enough to kill a third of the American public, a 25% increase alone from last year? 88,000 kilograms of cocaine seized, 700 kilograms of meth seized.
We checked, Congressman. Democrat senators really didn't address that. What do you make of that?
Well, it's not convenient because they're probably all getting kickbacks from the cartels. Southern Poverty Law Center or something.
Yeah, pretty much what a lot of people think anymore. But the one thing I found interesting, and this was something that he specifically said, and I don't necessarily have to play it. I can just tell y'all, or we can in a minute, but he asks if they caught it because actually Kash Patel asked him, he gets asked a question, why he answered a question a certain way. And Kash said, how do you know that? How do you know that? Because it was supposed to have been confidential. It was supposed to be, it was a grand jury. It was a question asked at a grand jury. It should have been sealed. And so he would have had like leaked info in order to even ask the question. And this is all according to the guy that was just on the screen, and I was like, you know what? I mean, it's just as good a theory as ever. Like, I mean, why did he say it like that? How do you know that? It's pretty interesting. But
very good.
There's definitely, I could have just played it, but I want to give y'all a chance to say stuff too. Jeff, I'm not really sure what before we even hit the button, you were saying, oh, I better catch up because it's about to go down and this and that. And I want more on that. That's the more interesting part of what we haven't talked about.
Well, you got at the end of this month, beginning of next month, you got 6 politicians that are about ready to be called in front of Congress and I don't think they're going to show up. And you have this with the Air Force One. Do you guys see the Air Force One and the Spirit Airlines?
Yes, they got too close. The Spirit Airline was looking at his iPad.
Yeah, he told him to get the fuck off his iPad.
Flew too close. It was like turn now 20, turn now 20. But no.
So this thing with Venezuela. So there was a small blurb. Venezuela got caught. George Soros got caught by the U.S. Navy. So I believe it was late Saturday, early Sunday. There was a vessel that was being tracked by the Navy, Atlantic Com, Southcom, Southcom. And they boarded this vessel with a bunch of jarheads, and they found a bunch of weapons that were being transported to the United States. And the shell company that the boat was listed under comes back to Soros.
Whoa. What were they bringing in, Jeff?
All they said was weapons. And I believe Southcom put something on their X feed about it.
Can I tell you when I first heard of George Soros? It was 2008. No, wait. No, I take that back. 2000. Yeah, I want to say it was way back when. It was 2008, 2009, I believe, when we started hearing about him.
Yeah.
2011, when, no one heard about him.
Yeah, the whole thing with this Charlie Kirk,
some of those messages. You go ahead and talk about it. I'll look for them because we definitely have at least a short clip of some of what was alleged to what they call the messages. But go ahead.
This thing here is having an effect around the world, which I never really listened or followed Charlie Kirk too much. But this is having I think the effect that they were hoping the attempt on Trump was going to do.
I remember you saying something about that.
Same aim point. Same the ear.
Well, they probably thought that he wasn't going to be alive anymore. I mean, it was an attempt, and I don't know if that's a bad thing to say. Oh well, but they probably thought it was going to be successful. So when it wasn't,
I dropped the StreamYard link. There's two up, two downs. Come up, or Bob, or somebody. I guess it's all right.
You. Appreciate that. I tried to. I think my managing was busy. I mean, there's other things to manage.
He's slacking.
Y'all better be quiet.
No, for real, he really is.
No. There's reason for it. Stop.
Yeah, but that's what's up. Pootie's got it. He's got a wrench. I'm so glad. Sometimes people tell me, and I'm like shocked. Like 10 didn't have one, and I was like, "Are you flipping kidding me?" I couldn't believe it. I was embarrassed because never would I, not. But sometimes I just don't realize. So I'm glad you have one, Pootie. I don't mean to like leave people wrenchless if if they're here a lot and they do come on panel and all the things. I couldn't believe it. I felt down like it. So tell me, anybody missing one. They should have one. I don't mean to do that. Sometimes I don't even realize.
You need to take Craig's. Get somebody.
Do I have one? I'm trying to see. I'm gonna time out chessboard right now.
Oh Lord God Almighty! You probably don't know what. I'm sorry if you don't. I'll get you one.
Oh wow!
So the only way I know how to
that.
do it too is when to see stuff in chat. That's how I can tell. Or that's how I give them to people. I have to do it on my phone, not the laptop. Because I
just did the oi.
No. See, Craig ain't got one.
I don't really want one though. It's too much responsibility.
Yeah. Don't give him one. He
I'm
can't
probably
handle it.
So,
Yeah, I really
and
will.
Two up, two
I'm
down
gonna-
might have left because it might have took too long to, you know. I didn't even.
Does he have a
I didn't
moderator? I'm gonna time him out.
do what? Hold on.
I'm not even a mod yet. I can't time nobody. Shit.
Nanny boo boo.
I'm not sure exactly what this is. What I wrote was like a cover up for boyfriend, and I do think that's what the reason I wrote that down is because they're saying like these messages were written after the fact so that the other person doesn't look like an accomplice anymore, because it's like, oh, see, he didn't know. See about this text message that I'm sending that he didn't know, and it's just like obviously an afterthought. At least that's what they're saying in this clip, I believe. And I was gonna, like I said, I didn't have as much time as I usually do. Usually I can be a little more organized.
You're doing great.
Oh, I'm trying, man. Normally I would have more too, but this stuff, I can't imagine what all I did miss, because I did feel like I ran into a lot of information and things like that, like the protests and a couple other things. Cash, there's always
so much going on.
Yes, it's wild. So it's one thing when you have enough time, but it's another thing when you're trying to divide the time. So I went to all my usual places,
Damn it, Jorga's a mod? Shit.
I got
Sex
you,
exchange
Craig,
was
now.
scripted as a way to absolve the boyfriend.
Craig.
This feels like a strategy they cooked up from watching too much TV. I largely agree. I do. I say largely because when you take a look at the exchange, it is entirely plausible that it's real. A lot of people base their expectations on what people do and say on movies. And that means they assume everyone is going to have a dramatic response. Everyone is going to be bawling their eyes out. People react differently in different ways. Sometimes you just don't understand. And this could be entirely plausible. That being said, I don't believe, based off what we've seen with this investigation, where they're looking into whether these pro-trans groups knew in advance, this wasn't in a vacuum. They knew. And how the roommate would not have known is absurd to me. So I think it's entirely plausible that these messages were actually made as you couldn't have known. And then they can say, see, here's proof. He wasn't involved.
Provides a lot of sympathy for the roommate. That is for sure. I feel real bad that the shooter seems to be putting this guy in a position where he's asking him to delete evidence and to become an accomplice in a murder investigation. I hope the roommate didn't delete the messages like he was asked to. But one of the
Yeah. So they're just saying that it sounds like, he did it on purpose. Yes, you're a mod, Craig. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
I'm so
that's
pumped
what
up. I'm going to wait. Can I
totally
time out
my
my
point.
attorney, Clay B? And I also would like to, Willard Hall, I would like to hide him from the channel. If I could.
Kick me out too, Craig. Kick me out. I'm going.
I can't
No,
go.
no.
I can't because you're a mod also.
Yeah, that's what I was. But you totally proved my point, though. That is my point. That I don't mean to leave. It's like sometimes it's just I don't even. I'm not. I didn't even realize that.
I can't time out Yorga. It's impossible. Our powers are equal.
Billy's flexing now.
So good.
Billy's got the biggest mod of all.
He does.
There must be rank to it. They're like there's a general mod, and then there's like a colonel and a lieutenant. Right?
Oh my God. See, and he wouldn't help me get my clip that I was going to use and play it right now. I want to get the clip of Chris Farley saying, "Oh, Billy," and then I would have played it right now. And that would
Billy.
Oh,
he wouldn't help me do it. He's like, "I'm not going to help you make fun of me. What do I look like?"
I know, but that guy's a hand model. I don't know if y'all know that. He's a hand model.
He's not a hand model. But
On YouTube, he is. That's all you see.
True.
Y'all are silly.
He makes a lot of noises like this.
Yeah, that that's not what he's going for is the ASMR, but some people actually like that part, just the sound.
Really is,
stuff,
dude,
if you're like standing or something like this. You got to have a managing moderator, Craig. Damn it.
Is Schmidt one? Oh shit, Schmidt's one probably too.
Yes, see, okay, Dog P, and Yorga's always talking about that one. I need them both. I'll get them. I just have to talk him into making fun of himself.
I don't know. Can we really trust Jason M. Schmidt? What do we know about him?
Well,
the name is suspicious.
Well, Jason M. Schmidt is he's a purveyor of the Doomslayer over there on his other channel.
I love that. That sounds like an awesome title.
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, but it sounds awesome.
It
Well,
does.
I don't think he trusts the plan, though.
No, he doesn't trust the plane, and every night there's nukes going off.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think I've had like 30 accounts banned on that channel.
Oh, I think I know the channel you speak of. Yes.
So, all right, I got a little bit more from these guys about these texts. I thought those were kind of more about the text, but they were actually. He was basically saying it didn't ring true. It was like an afterthought to cover up tracks, and I kind of agree. Once they laid it out there,
all right, he's gonna have to leave it. That really effing sucks.
With Thriven,
every time they got me. That's what I get in trouble for, though, because somebody multiple times has tried to get me to get the ad blocker thing, and I've never done it. But they put it in chat while I'm live, and I'm like, I'm not good with technology, man, or I would have already had it handled. Okay.
Oh, we just found something else too. We don't want to say. There it is. You got it. Sorry.
Texts were transposed. Like, this is not how Zoomers communicate. So that's the first red flag. And then the second one is what Anons were pointing out on Thursday. I mean, Captain Dreamer was one of them.
It is very obvious that they wrote this based on the messages, and they're not one for one. And what I'm saying is, it's interesting. Sorry, but it's interesting they put all the question marks here. You weren't the one who did it, right? With all those question marks, because all of those question marks are flair, which is indicative of colloquial conversation. However, based on the grammar and punctuation, this is clearly not a one-for-one transcription. This is typed out by somebody.
Yeah, it's
because, I mean, guys, anybody, just look at it. Nobody types in complete perfect sentence with grammar. Like, who uses commas when you're texting a friend?
Just me, because I'm born in 1979.
That's right.
But the other thing was, like a few Anons pointed this out Thursday, pretty much right after. I think Captain Dreamer is one of them. Is a lot of transgender people in the area were saying something big is going to happen tomorrow, or they're preemptively celebrating and that sort of thing, which indicates that there was, it indicates that there was a network of transgender people in the area beforehand that maybe Tyler had tipped off. And so that's, to your point, how would the roommate not be in the know? I mean, he would be presumably a part of that.
You know what he said? That he couldn't. It's at the very top of this message. I can't read it from this distance, but he said that I couldn't take his hate anymore. He's talking about himself.
Talking about Charlie Kirk.
Well, that's what he's projecting onto Charlie Kirk, but he's talking about his own inability to communicate.
Here's the other thing I want to add. Notice the ellipses. It looks like they've omitted things. The ellipses in writing like this are usually indicative of pulling something out. And based on the structure of the ellipses, again, it may just be that they typed that in because they are taking communications they saw and retyping it out.
Or stitching text together.
There is a typo, I-D-E-K.
Oh, that's I don't even know.
Yeah.
In which case, there's not a single typo, which makes no sense. Because, bro, on my phone, especially with autocorrect, it is insane trying to send someone a message over any service, Discord, text, or otherwise. When
he goes on to explain how it'll change it and autocorrect it, and things like that. And it's more odd that there's no mistakes than that there, than if there were. None of it seems right. I don't think it does either.
It's fishy, very fishy.
Once it was analyzed and stuff, and it does it's under the keyboard and all. It just gets weird. Everything go ahead.
I'll say where Candace was talking to. He said they ain't got no dates and no time stamps or nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense, right? Why don't they? They erase
them,
or they just. What's that about?
I mean, that's the first thing that somebody who could be skeptical would be looking for.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to play one more short clip, and this one goes to what he was talking about earlier. Jeff B. He was talking about how he had CP and stuff because the other guy. There was another guy that got arrested.
Oh, the old man you're talking about, the first old man that stood up.
Stop to let him up real quick. Okay. But I'm still, yes, the old guy, he's like, oh, I did it, but he really didn't do it. It's crazy. Who does that, right? They talk about that for just a minute. What's up, Hammers? We're just going to play this one clip real quick.
Man, one told cops he shot Charlie Kirk in order to give the real shooter time to escape, documents say. Now, here's interesting. This guy, George Zinn, the man who falsely told police he shot Kirk, has now been charged with possessing child porn. Okay. This was not a lone actor. I don't believe it for a second. Why would this guy have, at 71, just with all due respect to elderly, but just of himself, standing there as an old man, know that he needed to grant someone time to escape? This was actually the theory as soon as it happened, and they realized he wasn't the shooter. People were like, why would he do that? Well, We brought it up on the show. It distracted police who jumped at him, and then the shooter on the roof ran. Had he not done that, they may have looked around and tried and figured out where the shooter was. Instead, they went and grabbed him instead. He successfully distracted him. Now, just in all honesty, how did he have the quick wit as soon as the shot happened to do that?
Maybe he's like a broken. Well, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say maybe he's a broken psychopath with child porn on his phone. And he was just wanting it so bad. Yeah, maybe possibility. And it was like he heard the noise and immediately was like, ah, and like he's like, this is my mission.
Just like you can randomly grab a leftist out of a crowd and they're a pedophile.
Magic, man. Kyle Rittenhouse proved it.
Yeah.
I think there is a probability, though I'm not saying it's guaranteed or greater than chance that the evidence shows there are more. Look, fact. People had foreknowledge. I don't think you look at 7 posts online from these trans or trans-linked individuals saying something's going to happen and be like, that's a coincidence. Nah, that's too much for me. Sorry. Like how many times did the Powerball get missed until someone won the $1.8 billion? Every there's 2 drawings per week, and it took months. So it is astronomical odds to have 7 people predict even the day of saying something big's going to happen. You'll know it when you see it, and then after it happens, say that's that.
Yeah, I mean, look, the good news is there are more people that they can wrap up and put in jail. You know, if these people are a danger and they knew, or if they knew and they didn't say anything, they're a danger to society as well. So have the FBI wrap them up, charge them with terrorism, charge them with accessory.
They go on and on. That is exactly what he was. Oops, he bounced out and come back again. That's exactly what Jeff was talking about. That old guy having the, you know what, on his computer.
Distracted from a lot. He did. Hey, Cole, I got to jump down. I got to jump down because I just woke up. I'm sorry. I just woke up.
Do what? Would you fall asleep and woke up?
No, I forgot. No, I have to go to sleep. That's what I have to do. I thought I just woke up. I thought I had that messed up and wrong.
Have a good night.
All right, love y'all.
Good night.
All right, great.
Morgan. Don't play with Jeff when I leave.
Fuck off.
Fuck you, Jeff. 2 up, 2 down. Great to see you. And Pootie.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you got to say oi, oi. We can't say hi. We have
Oi,
to say
oi.
oi.
Oi,
See,
oi.
it sounds different when he says it, though. Say it again.
Oi, oi.
It sounds normal when you say it. I sound like
How you doing anyway, buddy? You right? Hello, everybody.
good to see you.
Well-
Yeah, I should have saved the those videos of those protests so you could when you were here, so you could talk about them, or you could still talk about them, I suppose.
You can go into my video and play it. So what happened?
Yeah.
I managed like to show the police something, and I got behind police lines. So I was in the press bit. I was with all the press, and I was in the middle with the left and right. It was brilliant. The only thing, there was bottles coming over and all sorts, but it was good footage.
All right, hold on a second. I told you I'm not the best with this type of. I'm just going to open a whole nother
So
one.
if you go to the video, 63,000 views, and go about an hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah, let me just get to you first. That's the hard. York is going to grow a beard while I do it.
I already got a freaking Fu Manchu going right now.
I'll tell you, I can put a link in. I'll grab the link. Let me see this.
I mean, I'm on YouTube. I'm just getting there.
I'll put a link backstage.
Yeah, I don't
There you
know if that's
go.
going to.
Everyone's
Shoot.
dropping.
Well, I was going to play it on here or try to. So I'm on your channel now. But when was it? What'd you say?
About 1.5 hours in.
On which video, though? I'm on your channel. I don't know which video.
63,000 views.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I have to go through them. There. Oh, shoot.
Can you go backstage? There's a link backstage to the video.
Yeah, I know. I'm not very good at going from here. I can try to do it this way. It should be easier, I'm aware. Okay, hopefully. All right, let's see. I think I got it. Let me get rid of that one. And how far in did you say?
About an hour and a half, hour and 32 minutes or something. So yeah, I heard about an hour before I turned up there that it was the left and the right was fighting, and then Tifa and the right wing was kept in. So about an hour later, I made it there, and it was still going crazy. It was mental.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of videos on it.
Well, so Trump just said he was going to label Antifa as well. I'll have to look it up to get the wording right, but it's funny the timing of you. Let me see.
It should be
For many U.S. patriots, I am designating Antifa a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster as a major terrorist organization, strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. And as usual Trump fashion, thank you for your attention to this matter. All right, I'm going to hit play on this. You guys see it, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So he's been battered by a police baton.
I've been in them situations and
right.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, this was live as it was happening.
Where you guys from?
Pardon?
What part? Australia?
Well, we're based here in London.
Okay.
But we work on Australian hours.
What is it?
TV. 9 News Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to any patriots in it?
No, we've had a couple, but we get all of that like agency feeds where they've sort of already got people.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just call them.
Okay. Yeah, so I've got a YouTube channel.
If you forward it a little bit.
Yeah. 4,007. I've only been doing it about 7 weeks. This is hitting every algorithm. So, younger than 68, but normally I've got 500 people. So, yeah, it's been going mad. I will do, yeah. Thank you. You guys too. I hope you got what you wanted. See you later.
So I tried to keep the volume down so we can talk over it.
Down. He's got something.
Yeah, you can forward it just a little bit.
Over the head of what, this fella?
Okay.
Yeah, Cola, damn, he's growing a beard over here.
I know. Well, I can't do it all right. I can't even believe I got it to that easily and didn't mess myself up. Usually when I hit the links,
good.
I guess that's when I'm a guest, but I've totally done that. And then I'm not even on the stream anymore. If we are patriots, we get slagged off. See, I got to learn a whole new language. I mean, not really a whole new language. There's a lot of slang.
Nomadic Brit, Brit who's been working in the US for the last 20 years or so. He's a free driver.
Mm-hmm.
He does some mileage, he does, but yeah. Good man.
We got a question here. What's this say? How mental is the situation with the St. George's cross flags not being allowed? Is that as ridiculous as I've heard?
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, when you put St. George's flag on YouTube, it just goes like black. So that must be a YouTube thing. So YouTube's owned by Google, isn't it? So, and they're very woke, very, very woke. Google.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, we've been censored terribly.
I feel like he said, "Holy shit." I feel like something just recently happened when it came to I feel like Trump went and visited or something. They were just talking about some of that earlier, right?
Yeah, there was a protest. There was for Trump and against Trump. I was going to go, but I've done so much the last month. I need to rest. So there was people covering it. The anti-Trump are just crazy. Like the typical left Palestinian flag. And then you had another guy down there, Tommy Robinson, who done the protest. His friend, Danny Tomo, he was there, like, for Trump. And he was riding up the left, like. But yeah, I needed to rest, so I took it easy last night.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to watch as much, and I've missed so much this week. I mean, I've gone into as much as I could. Actually, another thing that I thought about maybe winging because I didn't really get any timestamps, but I could probably get in there and get the gist out of it with a chick I follow, Riz Flex. I already shared some of it, but she's talking about tunnels found under, was it New York? Did we talk about this, Pootie?
Oh, well.
Backstage.
No, not yet. Yeah, backstage. Yeah. No, we ain't talking about it yet.
I might try to wing it.
There's tunnels all over, isn't there? Like even in London and that, they used them years ago. And there's lots of tunnelings, yeah.
It's like, for what reasons do they use them, though? If there's any trafficking, I try not to say the trigger words, but then Jorgen makes fun of me.
I think it was, do you know, the important people years and years and years ago? So it was to get them out of the way if anything kicked off and that.
Huh.
So they were safe, like, you know what I mean?
I feel like there's multiple reasons, and I feel like ones may not be as bad as others, but I don't think they're all good. I'm trying to look here because, like I said, this came out today. So I don't really I'm just kind of looking in the background to see if I can pull this up because, like I said, I can't keep up, but this is like brand new, and I'm sure.
Lisa said you need the link.
No, I have the link. I'm there.
Do you know, you say you can't keep up? It's the same as me. I need to do so many clips in that, but I just ain't got time.
Yeah, and I get what I can't. Normally, I do have a lot more time, and this is what I do with my free time: is go through, whatever's going on. I'm pretty interested in a lot of the stuff, but lately in my personal life, I've got more. The house is fuller with family and things like this, and you're less in the internet, which is ultimately a great thing, to get a little pulled out of the internet. But then I feel guilty when I have less to share.
It's the same as me. When I'm out filming, I don't get to see anything on the internet, and by the time I come home and that, I'm exhausted. Saturday, I was just ruined. I had a solar generator on my back as well. So by 8 o'clock in the evening, when I was on my way home, I was just ruined. But I was running on adrenaline. I love adrenaline. I'm like a big kid when I'm sitting there. There's bottles coming over, and I'm going, "Whoa, fuck!" It's like, it's crazy. So I was running on adrenaline. By the time I went home, it was wearing off, and I was exhausted.
It gets so rowdy. Like, you could be, there for all the right reasons, and get dragged into something, or somebody just a fight break out that you have nothing to do with, and it is kind of scary when you think of it like that. You got to just be vigilant, keep your eyes up, whatever.
The police push you over as well. They kept warning me. There was a copper in particular, and he stunk. He absolutely smelled BO. He was about 7 foot tall, and he just kept telling me, "Look, there's the police line. You stay there." Get out of it.
Right. So I don't want to spend I want to do this real quick just because she's going to say it better than me. But also, I did for a whole nother thing about the J6 is that's something else that happened this week. And a lot of people don't talk about it, or it doesn't make too much front page news kind of thing. You kind of have to look for that little details of what's going on. But let's see if this is.
Okay, so it's like smack dab in the center of New York City, where you have the UN nearby, global politicians. It's a hub. It's a hub. An area of the basement was converted into a gambling den, packed with 17 slot machines in a storage space that held an assortment of counterfeit designer bags, accessories, according to officials. Just bizarre. I forget if this was on my Patreon or on my YouTube channel, where I did a video that connected massage parlors that were cracked down on in Ohio. It connected to Chinatown in New York City. Like the person that owned these illegal massage parlor operations in other states was living in New York City. So they have these networks across state lines all over the US. So we're just getting pictures now of the inside of one of them. Okay, so they have a better address. 118 and 120 Elizabeth Street. It was a death trap waiting to happen, they say. The illegal, uncertified lithium-ion batteries, illegally converted apartments with no way to get out, and poor electrical practices made these locations extremely dangerous. I think what was extremely dangerous was shady, dirty mattresses in a one-way entrance. There's no second way out. So that's why they say it was a big fire hazard. Here are some photos posted that the police released. Okay. The NYPD's Vice Squad confiscated the gambling equipment and counterfeit items, while the city's Department of Buildings issued a partial vacate order for the cellar spaces in both buildings. So they finally mandated the vacation of these cellar spaces, so they have to leave. Now, will they? I don't know, but they're being told they can't go back into their little toxic, illegal underground tunnel spaces. The little mice of New York City, they want to go back into their home. Weirdos. Okay.
17
There it
slot
is. Now,
machines, Pootie. 17 of them, just saying.
Yeah.
I just have to look at that. Couldn't help it. Anyway, what the heck? I don't know. That was random. Like I said, that came out today, so I didn't really get to dig too deep. And I think she talked about a couple more places with tunnels under them, which none of that really surprises me, but I guess they could be there for good or bad reasons, you know?
Do you think there's a lot of citizen journalists going to them places now and highlighting
Yeah.
it? Mm-hmm.
That's what's making it out there. That's what's making us bringing it to the light.
They've probably been there years and years, though, like, you know?
Yes. And like maybe not bad at first, right? Or maybe bad at first and then used for good. You never know, but
Who knows what the powers that be are doing?
you hear Yorga?
Yeah.
You're quiet.
I'm just listening.
I'm digging something up, so that's why I be
What? Digging up bones?
No,
you
this
want
is,
me to do
I'm
your
sure,
dirty work?
yeah, pretty much. If anybody else, usually any other time you'd have something to say, but like I need you to talk, you're like, no, I'm just listening.
Well, I'll
Whatever.
tell the story. I talked about this backstage about tunnels here in my town and
There you go.
definitely in Washington, D.C. And we had a college that was all girl college. It's not anymore, but it used to be. And they built tunnels for the girls to go from building to building and even at night and be safe. But the creeps got in the tunnels and created some mischief. And so they had to close all the tunnels down. But I used to date a girl that went up there, and the tunnels are still there. They're just closed off.
Yeah, there was definitely more, and there was more to that whole deal. But I'm not gonna. I forgot almost about.
I mean, the ones in my town are underneath the state capitol, and they are for security for, big chief mucky mucks to go from one building to the next without having to go outside.
Right. Yeah, I kind of this is kind of what some of what Jeff was talking about a little bit about. Yeah, they are, Jerry. About he mentioned Swalwell and called him something else, but he's in this mess of stuff. I think that it's a good thing though to get to the bottom of it, and if there was illegal stuff, they should be in trouble too. You know what I mean? Like there was all kinds of sketchy stuff going on, and I feel like it's not just. I think they're all going to tie together with all the things that came against him, but I don't know. Maybe nothing happens. That's what so many people say. But this is a little bit about that, the J6 stuff.
I think it's not knowing the purpose. That's what, then your mind starts thinking other things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got to be. If I was dealing with this stuff, I'd be trying to go for everything. I wouldn't. How do you choose one thing? I feel like they got to go after all the things, and there was a lot of bad things going on, and a lot of corruption. But this
like
is
Moskowitz are going to be put on maybe this new Republican-led January 6th Select Committee. We're going to come to that. But what about the old committee? What's going to be happening with them? Well, Ed Martin was on with Maria Bartiromo, and he was talking about this. Here's what he had to say.
Real quick, what about the January 6th committee? Did they destroy evidence? Is there criminality there?
Yes.
Of course. We're all in that too. And trust me, a lot of people did not get a pardon that were involved in the select committee, and they ought to be keeping an eye on their mailbox because there's a lot to be asked about.
And the pardons that were given out were done by an auto pen. Are they legitimate?
Well, I'm the pardon attorney, so I'm in that too. I can tell you we're investigating how the pardons were granted. It was not like anything in the history of America what not Joe Biden, his staffers did, not just with the auto pen, but with faking him out on the memos. More to come, Maria. I'm telling you, Pam Bondi has let us loose, and when this comes out, it'll take the whole of these people's hoaxes down, and we're doing it bit by bit, and it's fantastic. It's a great privilege.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it makes me happy, makes me smile. I love the sound of that. I hope it actually happens. Now, here's more, because Ted Cruz came out. You know, he's kind of like a legal scholar, he says. Here is what he said. If Joe Biden did not make these pardon determinations on a person-by-person basis, his pardons are legally null and void. Thank you, Ted.
Joe Biden, as far as I can tell, he had no awareness of anything. I don't know that I'd let Joe Biden handle the remote control on the television, much less make a decision. And it was elder abuse by everyone around him for doing that. But the legal question, if he did not make the determination person by person, that is legally null and void.
Woo! Yeah, Liz Cheney, did you hear that? You're
next, he says. Liz
Yeah,
Cheney.
I see where they left all that up to Kamala.
Oh, where she was allowed to within reason, she could just do things for him, right? She had some.
I guess, but that's what I seen here. Was just a little while ago. It said they left all that he left all that up to the vice president.
Definitely. They went through about a week or two ago, maybe it was just a week ago. I had it on here. I think it was either last week or week before, and he was saying that she was one of the main people. Like I feel like she could totally sign off on stuff he didn't even need to see. And then there was like a list. He went through names of people that could do it, and it was crazy. They could extend a national emergency without the president's signature. It was nuts. That's why I like that guy, because he tells you what's really going on, you know? But anyway, I wish Jeff was still here when you were here, because he was totally talking about some of the stuff that pertains to you a little bit more. And that's some of it that I just didn't catch up with. Like, I didn't catch all that. There's somebody, I don't know, William Timmons out of South Carolina speaks on this next clip. I might as well, real quick, while I have it right there.
Real quick.
Well, a lot of times we get talking and then I can't fit it in there. And it's already right here. Might as well. It's not like it's a long clip or anything. It's real short.
Buckle up, because we're going to get to the bottom of what the nonsense select committee for January 6th. There's a reason that everybody on that committee was pardoned.
Yeah.
It's because they were not telling the truth.
Because they're criminals, is what I was going to say.
They were lying to the American people. Look, we all know that what happened on January 6th 4 years ago was bad. It was awful. A number of people assaulted law enforcement. That's unacceptable. But the narrative that the Democrats have had for the last 4 years is not true. It's false. They embellish, they lie, and we're going to show them exactly what happened. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and we're going to find out why President Biden pardoned all of the January 6th committee. And guess what? Because they're pardoned, they don't have an excuse not to come in and testify for us. So we're going to get to the bottom of this, particularly the members that are no longer in office, except for subpoena soon.
Yeah, man, happy to hear it. So they better be getting subpoenas because they were criminals, all of them. That's why they all got pardoned. If they did such a good job, how come they deleted all the evidence before they gave it over to the House administration?
Nice shirt.
And the power over to the Republicans. How come they did all that? Well, we know why. Stinky Eric Swalwell came out, and you can see they brought all these people out. We're not really going to listen to them because they're just horrific to listen to.
Congressman Eric Swalwell, as the ranking member, the lead Democrat on this subcommittee, and the House Democratic Caucus will be in good hands with Congressman Swalwell, with Representative Jasmine Crockett, and Representative Jared Moskowitz, all with the steady hand of ranking member Jamie Raskin. I yield now to my good friend, Congressman from the great state of California, Eric Swalwell. Okay, so that's going to be the team, like the Democrat Avengers team. So here's this guy who made Bang Bang with the Chinese spy called Bang Bang. December 7th.
I love that part. That part cracked me up. It's like the Democrat Avengers team. The guy is smart though, and his sources aren't trust me, bro. You know, that's what I like about how he shows the paperwork a lot of times and what's on it, and you know who said what and all this type of stuff.
I think there's going to be a lot more coming out of them burn bags they found. There's going to be a lot more shit coming out of there.
Yeah, you know, your guy, that Ben Dykes guy, also said that when Kash Patel was talking, I might go back and play that before we close it out if y'all feel like it, but basically he said he thinks he's alluding to criminal charges. One of the things he was saying, he didn't quite say that, but that's what, you know, that guy who
Oh
was
yeah,
sharing it said he took it as.
yeah. I
It
just
would be
like that dude. They said that Robinson guy said that on that Discord channel. Said they're investigating 20 plus of them people that was in that Discord with him.
yeah, 20 plus people in the Discord. I remember he was, but now I'm trying to remember. Gosh, I'm telling you, it all blends together. There's so much stuff, and then the Charlie Kirk stuff too. Like it really does. Like they're the way that they talk about how they were mentioning it and talking about it. I feel like hopefully they can get that for conspiracy. But like I know those two things aren't related, but my brain tried to like because they're going on, man. But
Yeah.
they were saying like a lot of people were mentioning it. I can't even remember. I saw it randomly, like not in a video, just a separate one where they were saying it's weird that they said something might happen this day and then this happened to them. Like they said it before it happened to them. You know. I
Yeah.
know it's in two things now, but
I just like you see a paper posted said about the that rabbi in Israel was sending his condolences to Charlie Kirk's family on the September the 2nd.
oh, you did. I did see that somewhere. I think it might have been you, and he said it. He
Yeah.
said it early, which is just weird. How does that
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
I do think it's strange that other countries seem to be protesting Charlie Kirk's death more than ours. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
just looking at it wrong, but some of those numbers were crazy, and it's
Yeah.
even here.
Well, we had a tribute in Westminster, and it was so touching, and you could feel the power of God there. And when we started singing hymns like Amazing Grace and things like that, the candlelit vigil, putting flowers down, it was awesome because he set up Turning Point in the UK, which is a homeless charity.
Yeah.
So it was Turning Point done it, and it was quite unbelievable, powerful, really powerful.
Yeah. I seen that. It was awesome.
For sure. Yeah. Let's see what's the rest of. Gosh, isn't it bad when I can't read my own stuff? Yeah, he went on this. This one is Matt Gaetz talking about a little bit, and also another person. They're talking about the Russia hoax and things like this. But it's all coming out of the same, pretty much string of. They're all talking about the J6 stuff, and I feel like it all links together. Like even though they're going after those people, like there was a lot of like conspiracies and stuff going on that to just basically get Trump, like get Shorty, but get Trump. It was crazy. And it seemed like they are. I mean, you should, right? You shouldn't just. I don't think it's going after an enemy if you're exposing things that were crimes that were done. And so
That's right.
let's just see this part.
Are you confident with what you're able to get access to and assess that you're going to be able to very thoroughly make your prosecutorial judgments?
Well, look, I've been involved with our mutual friend Tulsi Gabbard at DNI, and she has gone, and I hope people track what I call the birthday of the Russia hoax, which was revealed by Tulsi. It actually was born on Friday, December 9th, 2016, and it was done by the Obama White House in a special meeting, aided by the Washington Post. This is in the record. This is indisputable. This is not like me and you debating. And what we go forward from there, and you say that was the Russia hoax that was used to almost cripple the Trump administration by design. Then you go forward to 2020, and you say, what happened on January 6th and afterwards? And to your point, Matt, what they did with this select committee was they weaponized the power of Congress. They were aided by the media, and they were often aided by the Article 3 courts and the prosecutors. And they took the hoax and they pounded out a message. And frankly, they brainwashed 40% of the country, 50% of the country. There's still people are still sick with it because they were lied. So what is our goal? One is to hold people that do things that are destructive and against the law accountable. I want to do that. We're going to do that. I promise you. But we're also trying to get to the truth. And so when you have a Tulsi Gabbard who can say, here was some of the truth, I can tell you, we've been going through the
records, emails of this Department of Justice from the Biden era, and we're seeing who was doing what. I'll give you a quick example. They put everybody on January 6th that was arrested, minus maybe 100, onto the terrorism watch list. And when you said, wait a second, you're on the terrorism watch list, why? You're supposed to be a terrorist or a member of a terrorist group or another criteria. The other criteria was we just wanted to put you on. And when you were pardoned by Donald Trump, all 1,500 plus went off the terrorism watch list. Well, that just proves it wasn't a terrorism watch list. It's a list to punish you when you go to the airport. And that's what they did. We have numbers that the IRS...
And they targeted so many people. So to respond to Jasmine's comment, like there were like 1,500 total prosecutions, more or less. And a huge portion of those were nonviolent, okay? And so like 1,000 criminal charges is not a lot. And they spent like 4 years prosecuting, rounding everybody up.
Yeah. That's crazy.
They arrested Tommy Robinson, who set up the rally the other day. They arrested him on terrorism charges because he wouldn't open the...
Did you say Tommy Robinson? Your kind of audio is a little cutting out. I don't know if it's because you're far or...
Is it better or...
It's like mostly it's good, but it like every so often it kind of makes one word hard to hear out of all of them. Okay. I don't know how to explain it. You sounding good now.
So Tommy got arrested on terrorism charges. And with terrorism charges, you haven't the right to remain silent. You have to have the interview, and you have to give them the password to your phone. Well, as a journalist, you don't. He interviewed a lot of victims of rape and that, and like all the grooming gang victims and whatnot. Got sensitive material on there. As a journalist, he had to protect them, but he's up in court for that soon. It's a stupid charge. I think they're abusing that power. And say there's lots of terrorists on the watch list. I think we've got thousands on the watch list, and then they arrest someone like him, abuse the power so they can take control of his phone. Like it's stupid. Like it's really sick. And there's loads and loads of jihadists and that running around getting away with it.
Tommy, oi. I probably said that wrong.
Oi.
I always think it's funny because I am trying to learn these sayings and stuff, and I know other people say it too, but I made a joke backstage that I would say it wrong, and it would be hilarious if I did, but because I could just hear it could sound so funny. To me, it sounds funny the right way because we just don't say stuff like that, like taking the piss out of somebody, not something we say. But I was like, what if I could just see me mix it all up, sitting here on a live stream, saying it all backwards and shit. But I do know I said it right. It's just I don't ever remember saying
I watched. I used to watch the show. Well, I watched the whole series. Shameless. Is made over there.
I love that show. Frank Gallagher.
Yeah, but there's an English version and an American version too.
Which one came out first? I thought the English one did, right?
Okay.
Or wasn't it?
I don't know which one come out first. I think it might have been the English one.
The American version, actually. Breaking. Let's see. Well, I was trying to give Garrett there we go. Trend breaks out. Cancel Disney Plus.
That's awesome.
Huh. So much is going on.
I hope they go under.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So the last clip of that was on here. I'm trying to remember what it was. A public protest, and the cops died during January 6th thing that he says isn't true. But then at the very end of it all, they're trying to say, oh, look, it's Virginia. I was just about to say we need to say Virginia a bunch. But at the very end, they were alluding that maybe they're working towards a RICO. Virginia, you're just in time for my last clip of the T-shirt guy. But for real, they're talking about J6 and all that. And they're, like I said, at the very end, the lawyer guy kind of says he thinks they're alluding to RICO. And I mean, whatever, it didn't work on Diddy, but this ain't Diddy either. They say it usually does, right? It's something like in the 90% of RICO charges usually work or something like this, or get prosecuted. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of let the clip talk for itself here, y'all.
Yeah.
charged were simple trespassing cases. Okay, and they acted like it was the crime of the century. You entered into a restricted area. Okay, it's like being at a bar in Old Town. It's the same case. It's a different building, and there's a little added complexity is that maybe some of those people don't live in that jurisdiction, but it's a trespass case. You weird lunatics. It is not the crime of the century. It was a public protest that lasted for 4 hours. Then they lied to us, saying that Brian Sicknick was killed and all of these other cops who died by suicide were murdered on that day. That is still a fake hoax that I'm still hearing from these lunatics on the left in their little interviews.
We're auditing J6 targets in a higher percentage and then other groups. This is all the use of government against the people. And I'll just finish with this, Matt. You've seen this, you know this, you've been aware of it, but we've never seen what happened in the Biden administration, the use of government against the American people. We've never seen it in our history. And so, am I confident we're going to get to the bottom of it? Yes, because I got to get up in the morning early and work hard all day. But it is a fight. And it is a fight because people have deleted, they disappeared, they moved on, they tried to say, don't talk about it, get on with it. President Trump has said, we're going to get to the bottom of it. I'm also involved in the 2020 election and the 2016 election to get to the bottom of what happened. We're going to have grand juries. We're going to pull people in. And the one thing I'll say over and over again, Matt, it won't surprise you. It's the same people that were at the Russia hoax birthday party. It's the same people overlapping over and over again. And what Rudy Giuliani said once, and he knows better than anybody in our American history, when you put these people together and they're always working together, that's called an enterprise. That's called a criminal enterprise. RICO. And you're in territory where everybody's held accountable for the whole of it. And that's what we're seeing.
RICO! That's where he's going with that. So good updates from Ed Martin. And man, it's to my ears, but.
I was going to say, I sent you an email and I meant to let you know, Bob, and I hate to do it live. It's not anything bad. But I don't mean to not come to your invites on Sundays, but it falls right on the same day as Craig, like literally not far at all. And it's like, man, I can't. So any other day but Sunday, I would have gone by now. Don't you think like I'm dissing you or something? It's just the timing, man. Virginia knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Craig is live at the same time.
That's okay, no problem.
Well, I'd love to come up sometime. I just Sundays I've already had obligated, and I'm like, I keep meaning to say it, and I'm like, shit, we're live. Oh, well, I'd just rather say it now than let you know. What if I don't see it again?
Yeah, I
can tell you.
Okay.
Black Watch. Oh God, I thought it was serious. I'm over here ready to put breaking news up, and then I saw the rest of it. So how are you doing tonight, Bob?
Hey, Virginia. I was out of the room. I didn't know you were in here. How you doing?
I let her up because I didn't want to leave her down there, but then I played the clip, so I really haven't said hi to either one of them.
Just got here.
Yeah.
Hi, Virginia. Hi, Black Watch. How you doing?
Oh, that's Bob. Black Watch just in chat.
Yeah,
Bob's up here.
Bob's here. Hey, Bob.
How you doing, Bob?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I tell you what, I'm just about ready to shut all the mass media off. I've heard enough bad news for the rest of my life in the last few days.
Right.
And,
been a lot of news.
I'm gonna go. None of it's good, dude.
I
disagree. There's a lot of good news.
You're late.
Well,
we found some good news. Hey, what about that girl putting that video out to get Trump's attention about the media and all that, and the Smith? How do you say it? Shit, I always got
the Smith.
There you go.
Yes. And
he actually retweeted it and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
Bob's link, you guys, if you can want to sub up to Bob.
The only thing I can really consider to be good news is that Trump finally put his foot down and said, we're going to declare these guys as a terrorist organization. Antifa. These guys have been pushing their luck. Yeah. I think they're going to have to use RICO charges to go after them, but
they're naughty in America, aren't they? They're not as bad here, but they steal their game. You know what I mean? Some of them are anyway, but others just try to mimic Antifa. But yeah, America, they're quite naughty, aren't they?
Yeah, well, Kirsten said all of them from the U.S. went to Canada.
What are they kind of doxing people and putting you all over the left-wing media, etc.?
I don't know about doxing
they're
much.
killers.
What did you say, Pootie? You said that Krista said
Said they're bad up there in Canada right now. So I think a lot of them left here and went to Canada.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I mean, that's terrible. But they do, if they leave,
that's one of the reasons
somewhere, right?
One of the reasons why they get away with get released by judges is because of terror. The courts are afraid of them.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
They dock everyone on juries, anyone in the courts.
Mhm.
They go to their houses and terrorize them. that's why they've been getting away with this stuff. So let's hope.
Not anymore.
Be done. Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah.
Well, they can't get away with things like that. You know, they have to be held responsible.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes time, but I think their day is coming.
See, one thing
they've
I've
murdered
seen,
a lot of people, guys.
I kind of get in with the left. I walk with them and try and talk to them, but because I'm bald-headed and I talk the way I do, in their head they're far righting me off, like, and I know they are, and I just try and trigger them a little bit, and they just can't get into debate. They're sooner attack you rather than debate you.
Yeah,
Same
they ain't got
thing
nothing
here.
to debate.
No,
They ain't got
Same
nothing to
thing
debate
here.
with.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
crazy.
In fact, if you try to debate them, you get shot. You get shot. But look what happened to Charlie.
Well, yeah.
Oh gosh.
And the thing is, Charlie wasn't offensive, was he, at all? Not like
No.
some people, like, you know,
No.
and
No.
it's just crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But you got to stand up to them acts of violence and don't let them get away with it. They're pussies, really. They you know, they can't really stand and deliver. You know, it's all. I think the moment you shut down debate between the left and the right, that's when things start to get dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
I
what
agree.
Charlie said. You shut down conversation, that's when we are totally screwed.
Yep. But like, I don't know if it's the same over there, but they just don't talk. They don't know how to debate the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's because they're indoctrinated.
Yeah, it is about indoctrination. You're true.
Yeah.
Years and years
That's
of
right.
indoctrination.
That's it right there.
Every now and again, though, you get one who will talk and that, and I allow them free speech. I just allow them to talk, let them get it off their chest, and come in now and again. Yeah.
What about that Winston dude? What? He's from. Where's he from?
Who's that?
Winston. You know, he's the one. Remember one went off on Pelosi. I can't think of. He's got a YouTube channel, podcast, but he's
okay.
He's. I thought he's from England or somewhere over there.
Winston.
Winston.
Oh,
I can't think of that.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm really
Anyway.
not sure. Good to see you. I'll send you the link.
Hey, Watt, welcome in.
Um.
Saw your video today, Watt, of all the wiring you ran inside that house. Well done. Very well done.
Right.
I didn't. Gosh, things will balance back out, but lately I haven't been in the internet too much. I missed a lot this week. I caught on to a lot, but I basically caught up. You know, I spent like about a half a day or 2 different times, basically whatever time I could get, and went to all my usual avenues. I've got something for you guys that's less than 2. It's like 2 minutes. And, you know, a lot of people say some of these videos are fake and stuff like this. I actually think this one's real. And I want y'all's opinion. Like I said, it's like 2 minutes. And this is like, talk about standing up to somebody, you know. The best part is, I'm going to warn you, spoiler alert, the best part, what I think probably was the best part, is cut out. But you get 2 minutes worth before and after. And I think it was real. At first, I thought it was fake, and I'll tell y'all why I thought it was real after. But like I said, it's short, and it's just one of those. Like, it's just like a little YouTube video. That's one of the things I did see. It's on an airplane.
It's funny talking. I'm trying to talk. I'm a nice guy.
Everything okay over here?
Yeah, everything's fine. Is everything okay with you?
I'm great, actually.
Okay, well, why don't you mind your own business?
This is actually my business. I work here. This is my job.
Great. Well, your job is to get people refreshments and make sure that nobody, passes out on the plane. I don't think it's your job to come get involved.
Phony.
Hang in there, Yorga.
I'm
I was thinking the same thing, but hang in here, and I'll tell you why.
And that, no, actually, now I'm not fine. I'd like a free drink because you came and invaded my privacy. How about that? How about that? Can I speak to somebody? No, I'm not giving a drink unless you're going to sit here and tell me some random excuse about why you can't do that.
There's no excuse for anything. I just want to
So he asked if he was filming him, and he got scared and he turned it off. And the next clip is he's gonna finish recording him getting his ass whooped, and that's why I think it's real. I think he got nervous, like, oh fuck, this guy's gonna try to fight me. And when he turned, let me up.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
Hey, wait, I want to see that.
No, that was pretty.
I don't know. I think it's still funny.
Those were bad actors. That was a training video.
I mean, just look at the stewardess. She looks like something out of a freaking 60s stewardess movie thingy with the tight outfit and the boobs and everything. I mean, they don't look like that, you know, not anymore.
Yeah, they don't wear the little hats anymore. They don't wear the little hats anymore.
Right.
The only thing that got me is when he turned that camera off, like he was scared when the guy reached for it. He turned it off.
Part of the shtick.
I guess. Well, maybe I fell for it. I figured you would. If anybody wasn't going to buy it, it was going to be you, Yorga, because you lean towards skepticism, which is good because somebody's got to around here.
I think you've always got to look at something with that, and the more intelligent AI is going to get, the more we're going to be fooled by videos.
Well,
that's a fact.
I
agree 100%.
That dude's name was Winston Marshall. He's a British musician. He's the one that called Pelosi out to her face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have a look for him.
Yeah.
But
He's
people
cool,
do get
dude.
scared when you like people start talking to you now. When they realise that they're on camera, the atmosphere changes.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine.
I remember back in the 80s, I got a quick Yorga story. Back in the 80s, everybody knows it. This, back when people are renting VHS, Faces of Death came out, and all my friends watched it and they were like, oh my God, it's terrible. It's like I don't want to watch a snuff movie. So I never watched it, right? And they were, all of my friends were like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe this movie, and I'm like, well, I'm not watching it, I still haven't watched the Thrasher Nation video, of Charlie Kirk. I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it, right? So later on, years later, I said, all right, I'm going to watch this damn thing. And I rented it's probably on DVD by that time. Man, it won't 5 minutes into that thing. I said, this shit is phony. And it is phony. It's proven to be phony. It's proven to be phony as hell. And all my friends took it hook, line, and sinker, man. You ain't going to believe this video, man. It's phony as hell.
Hey, Lisa. No, some of those clips were real, Yorga, and
some of them were. I'll grant you that.
And some of them were not. And
most.
Right. And that's where you see between the lines. But the handful that were,
Yeah. But do you remember the doctor that narrated the thing? Dr. So-and-so, Well, it ends up it says at the end credits, Dr. So-and-so played by, and that guy was like in a Sinbad movie. He was like a professional actor.
Right.
But I mean, as much as my friends took it hook, line, and sinker, man, it didn't take me long. Not long at all. When I was going, hold on a minute, man.
Yeah.
And that's just me.
The monkey brains. The monkey brains was real.
Yeah.
I think that the electric chair footage was real. I think that the bungee cord snapping, the dude just splattering to the ground, I think that one was real. But then there were others that were obvious.
Skit.
Yeah.
I think what you've got to realize.
Some friends.
Yeah, go on, mate. Go on.
When I was in the Air Force, when I was in the Air Force, we rented that movie and watched it in the day room. I agree with what Virginia just said, and then there was that's when we caught on to it when some protester lit himself on fire, and yeah, he's on fire and he falls to the ground and he's covered in flames, head to toe. Okay, and then somebody puts him out and his hands were not burned at all. It was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is not real.
I think the closer it comes to the next election, and all the left are quite good at that, putting stuff out what's not real, and like as I say, the monkey brain and that, and half will believe it, half won't. Well, if half believe it, they're kind of, they're kind of winning in their eyes because, and they will, a year before the election and that, they'll intercept Facebook groups, Telegram groups, and they'll put stuff out, and a lot of people will question it, and they're very good at that.
Hey, right here in this town, and I saw this on the news like yesterday. There's and I didn't even know about her, but she's like a YouTuber here in town, black woman. She's got a really nice YouTube channel all about, I think it was about like makeup and hair or some shit like that. Well, she gets it. She's on the news, you know. She gets a phone call from one of her friends, and she said, "Did you do a life insurance commercial?" She said, "No." And they found it, and it's her, basically an AI, you know, or they just dubbed her voice in of her talking. It was her doing this life insurance commercial, man. She's like, shit.
Wow.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah, you got to see more of that, I bet.
Like I say, the more intelligent AI gets, the more people are going to use it. If you've only got to intercept half of the people, and you know, if half the people are questioning it, then I think they're in their eyes they're making.
I don't think there's no stopping it, man. I don't think there's no stopping.
You remember when we were young and there was like plagiarism, right? Like you would get, if people would get in trouble because they'd go
to me, never.
And they copy it word for word and they get busted because there's only so many sources, you know. But imagine how much they're going to be able to get away with. Like
you could get away with it in high school in the 70s. Yeah, trust me, you could get away with that shit.
And what's like robot, you know, figured out. Like it's crazy when you think about. I never really sat and thought about what it might have been like to have all of that at your fingertips. Like I can't imagine how you wouldn't use it. At least some, you know, and it'd be harder to get caught now because it's not like, you know, a couple of encyclopedias and a couple sources to look from.
How do you prove that something's AI or not? It's, you know, it's another thing.
Search. You can reverse search, or even when I was in college, the classes, when you wrote a paper, they would submit your paper to a plagiarism checker, and it went all across the internet looking to see how much you copied and pasted. And this was 15 years ago. It would come up with a score of a percentage of similarity to anything of any academic paper on the internet. So no, they reverse it through and figure it out. It's not that hard. Reverse images, reverse voice searches, you know, lifting stuff off of journals or published books.
But the thing is, to the normie, like people who just watch something, it's questionable. You know, people who don't do the research, and this is what it is. So they're getting through to some people, like, you know, maybe half the people are questioning it.
Yeah, and that's something people used to say to me was, if they tell you mostly the truth and they only just the smallest percentage is a lie, and you still take that little percentage of a lie, you know, you're still being fooled.
I think it's a win to them, like whoever's putting it out there, yeah. And like I say, it's going to get more and more so coming up to the next election.
Did you say something?
What concerns me is we're all YouTubers. We've all got videos and shorts and all that out there. Yeah. If someone targets you for slander with it and those AI, they can tear you down, man.
Yeah.
They can make false accusations about you, which I've already been through that. A few creeps out there. And can you imagine what they would do to you, you know, and how are you going to prove it? You'd have to hire an attorney and on and on and on and on. So
well, the thing is, like I was just bring up Charlie Kirk again. He wasn't that offensive, but someone like me, I will offend, and I'll put it on them and try and engage in conversation. But I'm like in your face kind of thing, and there's plenty more like me, and yeah, I think like it's part of my character. Nobody's going to change me. But you know, I do understand. See what they do? They get a picture of you, and then they put you over their magazines or their websites, and they do a fake story with it. And like I say, with the left, that they'll convince them, you know, and they're doing it to a lot of us. Like they'll just put your face out there and make up some bullshit story.
That's why Jimmy Kimmel got fired last night.
Yeah, I mean, it
What
is
was that
strange.
about?
There, I think it was also Rizflex who said it doesn't make sense to her because it's not like he's like one of us where he just comes out here and shares his own opinions. Everything that he says and does is kind of like, you know, they plot it out, make a script, whatever. So I don't know. To her, it almost seemed like that it was just a way to, he was wanting to leave anyway, or just like a way to exit him or some kind of something like that, because it shouldn't take the network by surprise. It's not like I don't know, maybe she's wrong, but I thought that was interesting. I don't know how, I don't know the full story. I do know that he was supposedly was fired over something to do with Charlie Kirk.
Did you say earlier that his wife's pregnant?
Someone in chat said that.
Okay. That'd be a blessing, wouldn't it?
I guess I think people have verified it. I had not heard it till I got here.
That'd be a blessing if that was to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on it, but yeah, that'd be.
You know what I will say though, and it's happening in the UK. I think it's happening worldwide. Charlie Kirk's death has birthed millions of others.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of Charlie Kirks have gone, right, I'm going to stand up. There was one, he's called Young Bob in the UK. He works for Charlie Kirk's charity, Turning Point. And he said that he's 17, but to listen to him, you'd think he was a man. He said, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do my activism in and around universities. And as I say, he's just got some balls in it, you know. Young Bob is brilliant. I think he's birthed millions of others. So, you know, although it's a terrible tragedy, I think a lot of people have awakened now.
I did listen to her speak, and there was a couple parts she gave me goosebumps, and I almost wondered if she was almost giving out marching orders at one point. I don't know who all listened to it. It's pretty long. I thought about just maybe sharing some of it, but because
yeah,
it is.
I did get the same feeling, Cola.
Because she said, "You know what to do," right? At one point.
Yeah.
You know what to do. It was like, damn, what's she saying? But I mean, I ain't even mad at her if she was, because she composed herself a lot better than I'd have been able to. I was really trying not to cry, and I got goosebumps a couple times when she talked about different things, like that they wouldn't silence him. They made him louder. I mean, it was really good, but it was also very long, and I'm sure anybody has access to it. But the part where she did say something along the lines of, you guys know what to do. You would know it, but I don't know. I don't know if I was reading too far into it or not.
That might just mean come to Christ, you know?
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of that. She told people to join. It was like I said, I don't know what the whole thing in its entirety was, but it was at least like.
I didn't watch that either because the whole thing just upsets me too much. Not that, you know, I can't help but see some of this stuff, but like the video of the actual deed and her speech, I haven't watched either. I'm not going to watch the deed. I'm not
either. We have that common, Yorga. I don't blame you. And why? You know?
Yeah, why? It's just so wrong, man. I mean, God,
her speech was about 15 minutes, maybe a little less, maybe a little more.
Yeah, I said 10, 15. I'm just guessing too. I mean, I did listen to it all, but
yeah.
And I was considering, I was like, which parts of this would I share if I did?
Did she ever lose it? Did she ever start, you know, really bawling and have to stop?
She breathed differently. You could tell, yeah, she didn't like lose it completely. She carried her composure really well, I think. But she did kind of get breathy a couple places and breathe out. And you could tell it was, you know, it was heartfelt though. And like I said, yeah, it got to me a little bit for sure.
Yes, chessball. Well said.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm telling you, out of all the weeks, this is the one I spent the least in the internet, and I just really didn't have the time. If I wanted to, I couldn't have, because, you know, just so much going on, people around, and things to take care of. So,
Right.
but I did
family first.
Yep.
definitely. So y'all want to see a kind of, it's only like 40 seconds. It's a little clip that's supposed to be funny. And I'll tell you, I get so upset like that I don't get more funny stuff, because it's like even the stuff that's supposed to be funny, sometimes it's like a smile and not quite a laugh, you know? But I guess the smile's better than nothing, you know?
I think sometimes you got to, like, people get too into YouTube and that, and even for myself, getting out there filming protests and that, and I run myself into the ground with adrenaline, and then I have to stop it. I have to put it down. I've got no time to look at YouTube. It's only because I had a good sleep when I woke up early as this morning. I managed to tune into you, but you know, I have to come away from it and watch a film, bit of comedy, listen to music.
I did the same thing, dude. We always talk about this backstage. I did the exact same thing. And I just took more time than usual. But yeah, like I will binge. It's hard to, I have a weirdo system. I do. I will save a bunch of things I'm interested in. Some things will be as long as 2 hours long, but I save them and I just do life. And then I'll scroll long enough to save a couple things and I'll do life. And then I'll spend like, you know, the half of a day when I get everything done early, I'll just sit there and go through a lot of them.
Yeah.
All at once. It's like a binging process, but I can't do it all the time 24/7 or it would stress me.
No.
So this is just real quick, y'all. It's supposed to be funny. It's not that funny. It is kind of dumb, but
yeah, no, it's cool. You have to have a bit.
Like it had a penny in there. That's what I thought.
You have to turn it to humor, because this stuff can get deep and like rabbit holes and like different stuff and that. And sometimes, like I say, you just need to find yourself again and a bit of humor.
For sure.
You know, don't take life seriously, although it is serious. You know, you got to enjoy your life.
What life said. You know what I mean? I had to step away from the YouTube streets earlier. I'm reading a book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Such a dad joke, but I love it. I like all. And Yorga always reminds me that for some reason we can remember song lyrics to the day we die, but we cannot remember jokes. People don't remember.
You forget all the good jokes.
Yeah, but you can remember every word of a song, even if you don't like it. What's up, Red Pill?
Those cheesy jokes always remember.
Yeah, the not good ones. No, that one was a good one though. I like the puns and like I like the corny jokes maybe better. You know, play on words, things like that.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Hey, Red Pill.
How you doing, Bonnie? Anyway, you all right? Is that Bonnie or Virginia?
That's me, Virginia.
Okay, how are you?
Doing all right. I had my son and his girlfriend over. I made a real nice lasagna and
beautiful.
Yeah, I kind of burnt the garlic bread a little bit. Like it was just at that line where another 5 seconds and it would be garbage, you know?
You saved it.
Saved it.
Like that golden brown, you know?
Crunchy garlic bread. Oh, nice.
No, but that's a good point about family first. It really is. You know, you got to walk away. Sometimes it can get overwhelming to immerse into everything happening in the world because it's not pretty. You know, like I'm all about staying aware, but then ultimately I'm gonna choose to spend time with my kids or get in it with my son with the solar system and his math. And when he gets excited about it, I get excited about it. Like,
you know what? Do any of you guys talk to your family about what's going on, and do you have differences with some of them?
Yeah, I feel like we're all probably like, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us are like that crazy one in the family, or a couple others. Like, so my uncle and I see things just about eye to eye on almost everything, and I guess I'm lucky for that. You know, my daughter doesn't deep into it.
It's difficult trying to talk to someone with an opposition view. Like, it's just you're just banging your head against the wall.
You know what, man? My philosophy on that is, and I went like a couple of years ago and stayed with a buddy of mine down in Florida. He invited me down for like 4 days. I know where his head is at, and he knows where my head is at, and we just don't talk about it because we have brought it up, and I told him, I said, "There's nothing I could say that's going to change your mind. There's nothing you could say that's going to change mine. And other than that, we're friends that hang out. We just don't.
Yeah.
I've been in bands where half the band is lib and half the band is conservative, and we have this rule of no politics.
I think what we say is you agree to disagree. It's like you never bring up when you're in the pubs and that, you never bring up football, religion, or politics. Like it's a rule because you're always gonna you're never gonna agree, are you?
Well, at the same time, though, surround yourself with people who you can speak to. I mean, there are certain circumstances and everything where it's like, okay, this is not the time or the place to bring up whatever. You can read the room, if you will, but I stay pretty open with my family. Now, there are a couple of friends, even just this week, I visited one, and I could tell we did not see eye to eye. I've known her like 30 years, so I already know, where the swing goes. But for me, I just kind of remain calm and diffuse and state my thoughts, and then get out of that mission. Like, okay, we're done on that right now, I guess.
I think the number one rule, especially when there's alcohol involved, you just don't go there.
Once you start talking, you realize how futile the whole conversation is. Because, like I said, there's nothing I could say it's going to change you. There's nothing you can say it's going to change me. We're polar opposites here, So let's talk about something else.
Well, it's still good to be open. I'm an issue by issue person. I'm not.
I am too.
I agree.
On any side of the bird, and so it's issue by issue. And sometimes there's a particular issue that you're just gonna ram each other's skulls together. It's not gonna work.
Or just cut on NPR. That's what I do sometimes. Just listen. No, I do. I really do.
Man, 20 years ago, NPR wasn't bad, but they went bad at some point.
They did. They turned rotten to the core. They played a lot of music I like. I will say that.
Right. Enjoy a little jazz.
So you can agree with something.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Debbie, I agree.
I have a little short 18-second one about some of the protests. It's PBD was sharing it. I don't know how he got it condensed that little, but 17 seconds. Gosh, his Pootie's gone, huh? Everything's been 17. It's even the 17th today too.
This is
I'm here. I'm eating.
Finally. Unbelievable. When you
just nothing, just another 17-second video again.
see this.
Look at that.
But where does everybody like
Hell no, look at that.
What'd you say, Yorga?
I said, that many people, what do you do if you got to take a whiz,
You piss right there.
No, I'm being serious.
I don't want to know what they do.
There is a bridge right there.
Well, I'll tell you, because people was just pissing anywhere the other day. There was so many people, they was just going up to a building and just emptying themselves. I don't know about women. I didn't spot any women doing it.
Hey, Jay, I was watching some of those. I was watching some of in the past couple of days. Some of those demonstrations, rallies, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And the camera was right behind the cops. They were on those big horses, and they were holding all the good guys back. You guys, and they started throwing stuff. And and the guy with the camera sees this. It was a full beer in a bottle that broke on the street. And he goes, "There goes a perfectly good lager."
Yeah, I was right there. I was right there when all that was kicking off.
With the horses?
Yeah. I managed to get I managed to get behind the police lines in the press. So I was in between the left and the right. And it was awesome.
So I might have been looking right where you were at in a general.
Yeah, I was in and around there, yeah.
And they had the opposition side, the Palestinians, whatever they are, they were, on the other end of this.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was. They held them back. And what they was doing, I could see what they was going to do. They was pushing all the patriots up the Strand, and that's what they did. They pushed all them up the Strand to allow the left to walk around to the left. I think I put something backstage on. I don't know if it's still there. But it's about an hour, 36 minutes in. And it was crazy. I had to be careful. I had like a small rig on top of on top of this thing anyway. I was using that just to deflect the bottles if any come my way.
So the original purpose in London of that march was anti-immigration?
No, it's free speech about how we're being silenced. You know, what the government's doing, the police and...
Interesting. Because all the videos I kept getting the last few days are like anti-immigration crowds in London. And so you're saying about free speech. So that's interesting.
Yeah, because the media put it across like that we are far right, we're racist, and there was lots of black, lots of Asians. There was loads of different. There's nobody racist in that crowd. There might be some.
They're arresting people for saying dodgy things online, which really is not that much of anything. They said, what was the thing? They said, we love bacon, and somebody got arrested for saying we love bacon.
That's right. Yeah, that was an auditor, and he turned around. Well, a fella I know, I was with him the other night at the Isle of Dogs protest. He said to the security guard, "You look like a bog brush or something, like a toilet brush." And he was arrested for that. The police went round his house. He lives about like 150 miles away from where he was, and he was worried. Anyway, it turns out he was arrested for calling the security on the immigrant hotel a bog
Let me
brush.
tell you something, man. That is scary.
It's crazy, isn't it?
When you were out the other day, the guy said, "Oh, slash your neck or something," and they didn't do anything but take his details. That's what y'all call
What? Yeah,
yeah.
I was in this stand.
They take one person for and tell another one they don't even do anything about. That was a threat.
No, so I was in with Stand Up to Racism, and I was walking with them because I had a union flag on my T-shirt, and it said "Proud to be British." They was getting a little bit triggered by me being in their crowd, so I could feel something happening behind me. So I flicked the camera around, and it was one of the left pointing at me. You could see it on the camera. And then one of them went and told the police, and the police said, "He's all right, he's just filming." And then they tried to block my path, and I just pushed one of them out of the way and said, "Don't you block my path." And anyway, they parted way, and I just got on with it. Then further down, we walked over the bridge, and this gay bloke with a banner talking about gay and trans and it, he turned around and said to AY that he's going to...
Stop a second. This gay bloke. I got to write that one down.
So yeah, he said that he's going to like do the guy's throat and that, and then so I was making a joke out of them saying they was getting on the bus, and I went, "No licking the windows. Do not lick the windows."
I remember. Yeah. Debbie says, "I thought they were being arrested for waving their flag too. Is that true?"
Possibly, yes. Nothing surprises me. It's like that they set up a police task force to troll, like not to troll, to look through social media to see if. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be probably a lot of like naughty comments, racist or whatever. That I can understand, but just for having your opinion and that, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's getting really. And Trump even noticed this, and he told Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer turned around and said, Oh yes, we got free speech. We have free speech, and we haven't. But you must stand up and, you know, be careful what you say, you know, because the thing is as well, you can get caught up in the moment, especially when you're fueled with alcohol. And that's where people are going wrong. They're fueled with alcohol and they're saying something very naughty and you will be arrested for that sort of stuff. But remember, it's a very emotional subject, and you put alcohol in the mix, it's not good.
Yeah. Well, Navy vet says it's also slang for a cigarette, and I do know that. I don't know what show I learned that on, but yeah.
Oh, a fag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different over here.
Yeah, I know.
I have a friend who calls them turkeys for cigarettes. I'm gonna go smoke a turkey. I'm like, that. What does that even mean? That's what it is.
You actually can smoke a turkey though.
Yeah, you can. You can deep fry a turkey.
Fricassee, ball.
Oh yeah, turducken. That's what's up.
I never tried one of those. Have you?
No, I just like.
We're totally gonna smoke a chicken and for the birthday party. Oh,
Well, there's this thing what we call choke the chicken, and that's a bit rude.
my goodness.
She said smoke the chicken.
Yeah, I know.
That was good. That's funny.
One thing we have in common.
What's that?
He said that's one thing we have. Sorry.
They do it all over the world.
Dude, I am so glad we didn't get to hear Yorga say he chokes the chicken.
Yeah, we got fat meatballs. What Life just said, yeah.
I really didn't hear Yorga because it was me every time. I'm like, what'd you say? What? And every time he would be talking a little bit, so I missed it all.
I was probably just mumbling like Pootie does.
No, you were away. Though. You can tell when you walk. I do the same shit, and then it sucks. As soon as you walk like 1 foot away, somebody asks you a question, and you're all like, "Well, blah blah blah."
Oh, sorry.
Happens every time.
So just to say, I'm going to be very busy the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, I'm going outside, but Migrant Hotel Friday night.
All right.
Saturday, there's a big protest. There was a Muslim group, right, and they went and protested outside this Migrant Hotel, the Britannia International. It's a 4-star hotel where they're staying. And this Muslim group, who was an ex-councillor, they was going far right, racist, and so it's caused a lot of tension, and it could end up a race war. It's very, very dangerous. So there's a big protest there Saturday, and I should be covering that. And then Sunday, Isle of Dogs and Epping. So yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend.
Yeah, well, I wonder what happened to Rubio. Said he's going to declare Muslims a terrorist organization too, and I heard nothing else about that neither.
I think some of them are, yes. I know in the UK, I think it's the Brotherhood of something, and the government have meetings with them as well, and that's the ones who are trying to make, like, you know, to make the UK a Sharia state. That's what they want to do. They want to take over the UK, and it can't ever happen.
They want to take over. They want to take over the world.
Yeah, we want to. We we're going to stand up and we're going to say no. This is our UK. This is our Great Britain, and you won't be taking it.
Well, they've been trying to take over the world for forever, but the way they're doing it now is, you've heard the old saying, you know, that's what you get for being nice to somebody. That's what this is.
Yep.
That's why I dig Poland, man. Poland goes, no, we're too smart for this. You know, we'll let in true refugees and whatnot, but the rest of y'all go pound sand. You
know what? All the patriots over here say exactly the same thing. You know, legal refugees, yes, by all means. But undocumented men who are coming over here looking at schoolgirls in parks and that, it's a no. Do you know what I mean? They don't know how to treat young girls and women and that. And
why not?
No, not on my watch anyway.
It's crazy.
What you get for being
You know,
nice.
those young men are the
That's
covert infantry is what they are. They're infantry.
Mhm.
Infantry. That's what they are.
Yeah, a lot of people suggest that they're fighting age men.
Well, they've already pretty much.
Well, the thing is, we've seen it. Look, we all
Yeah.
know it comes from George Soros, and there's another guy, I can't think of his name. And the money gets pumped.
Klaus Schwab.
Ah, right. Yeah, it's Schwab, is it? So they're coming from America, going all through Europe. They've caused mayhem in every country, and no country wants them. I believe that the leaders of the EU are pushing them, like, because they don't want them in their country. They've caused mayhem. And eventually they end up in the UK and that. But we're just assisting them and that, and giving them like hotels. And then the proper homeless people, the Brits who have paid into the system, don't get nothing. And this is what people have had enough of. You know, they're giving them, they call it the land of milk and honey because they get treated it. And the money they get, they're not putting back into the UK, they're sending it out. Which is understandable. Anyone would send it out to their families and look after their family. That I can understand. But you know, why is it happening? You know what? Why are countries assisting them? Like, is it for Islam to take over, or what is it? What is it? You know, crazy.
The reason it's done here is for future votes.
Oh yeah. Well, Keir Starmer changed the age from 17, I think, to 16.
That's ridiculous.
But
I
nobody's
didn't know my ass from a hole in the ground when I was 16.
Nobody's voting for him anyway, because even the left, they hate him because of what he's done in Israel and that, and you know, funding wars and whatnot. And so I can't see anybody voting for him anyway.
You never know.
We're going to
Sometimes
get a
they
right-wing government. 2029, mark my words, we'll get a right-wing government. I just hope it's not Nigel Farage, because he's for the corporates and that. He's definitely a snake. But it looks like he's getting the vote at the moment. But there's a few years for Advance UK, who Elon's going to fund. Advance UK will hopefully take over. And another thing about Saturday's rally, Tommy Robinson got on the phone to Elon, and he had a chat live on air with Elon. So that was quite powerful.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I didn't hear the speech because you couldn't get in. What was happening was I was walking across Westminster Bridge and loads of people was turning back, and they said you can't get in. Well, I wasn't planning on getting into Whitehall anyway because I knew it would be really chock-a-block. You couldn't move. So I was planning to go around their Churchill statue. Anyway, the police had a line in because had they let more people in, people would have been crushed. So they blocked it all off. So people thought they could get round and get in. No, it was locked off from everywhere. You couldn't. So the Patriots, what was turning back, ended up in Trafalgar Square. And that's where it all went off. That's where it all was fighting.
Earlier, whenever I was talking about the stuff with Kash Patel and all that, and I was saying that he said something like, how could you ask me that question? It was the guy, Cory Booker, and it was an exchange they had. And I guess if it was something in a grand jury and he wasn't there, he shouldn't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's the only way to see it. But it's I got this clip. I wasn't going to play it, but I figure it's only a minute and a half, and it explains it a lot better than I do. Just to see it and hear him explain it.
To what you said before the grand jury.
To whatever was released. Under my understanding, Senator, that the Department of Justice.
You and I both understand the law. Let me finish. I understand under Rule 6 of the Federal Rules of Procedure, a grand jury witness, in this case you, is not barred from sharing their grand jury testimony. This is an oversight hearing. This is germane to your integrity and credibility. You know right now whether or not You testified that President Trump declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. Why are you refusing to answer that simple yes or no question right now?
Because the premise of your question is inaccurate, and
There is no premise to my question, but trying to get to an order of what is truth or not.
How do you
Did
know
you
what,
or
how,
did you,
how do you know what was asked in the grand jury if you weren't there?
Mr. Patel? This is a mockery you're making of this hearing and simple questions.
It's a simple
Mr. Patel,
transcript,
during
you can
your
read
not
He literally said,
Gotcha.
those weren't even words.
Gotcha.
I'm going to play it again just because he really didn't even say words when he said that.
Question is inaccurate, and that is
there is
why.
no premise to my question, but trying to get to an order of what is truth or not.
How do you
Did
know
you
what,
or
how,
did you,
how do you know what was asked in the grand jury if you weren't there?
Mr. Patel? This is
If you have
Mr.
a
Patel, during your opposition hearing, you promised that, quote,
It wasn't even words, y'all.
all FBI employees will be protected against political retribution. When I asked you, are you aware of any plans or discussions to punish in any way, including termination, FBI agents or personnel associated with the Trump administration?
Yeah, for me, that was just his whatever that was not words. It was Scooby-Doo, Yorga.
Homo silica.
I actually turned into Biden for like 8 seconds.
So I'm wondering about that. I don't know if he's going to get. I feel like there's a lot that they're going to catch that they're already onto, and then they talk about these other grand juries. Like, so maybe that was one of them. Then, right? Was that a secret one?
That's what Kash kept saying. He said, "Well, I can't talk with that because it's in the grand jury right now." He kept saying that over and over. A lot of stuff they'd asked him for. He said that's under investigation in the grand jury.
What a bonehead.
What's that, Yorga?
I said, what a bonehead.
I guess he had to, though.
No, I'm talking about Cory Booker. What a total freaking buffoon, man. If I was up there and I started going, I'd be looking for a tag, like tag team, man. Somebody tag me out of this shit, man.
Yeah, that's the one where Kash started saying his ABCs. Come on, let's hear him ABCs. ABC.
Where's the recording come from?
Pootie, I didn't get that clip. Oh, now I'm sad. That would have been
It's
great.
right there in that clip. At the end of it, I think.
A little bit.
Where did the recording come from? Was it live?
This was in Congress.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was on today.
Is it Happy Congress Day? I see someone put that in the chat earlier.
What happened in the chat earlier?
Someone said Happy Congress Day.
Something. Yeah, I'm unaware. But yeah, I learn all kind of stuff from chat. I don't know what we would do. We'd be boring without it.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about her being pregnant, Erica. I guess, Charlie Kirk's wife's pregnant. I had found that out in the chat.
The chat's brilliant, isn't it? Because as I say, like, when I was protesting the other day, I heard that it was going off in Trafalgar Square. AY was CS gas, like the police sprayed gas again. And it wasn't about until an hour later I returned and it was still tense.
Let me ask you this, Jay. Let me ask you a question, Jay. How many of those, in your opinion, how many of those police officers, I know they're doing their job that they're told to do, but how many of them are really sympathetic to your cause?
I think there's a lot of them, but they don't talk about nothing. They cut you short. They're not allowed to say anything because the minute you can't even put a Union flag in one of their hands. You can't, like, can you hold that a second? No, I can't hold that.
That's ridiculous.
It's like, to me, it's I want to pay me mortgage. I'm doing my job, and I'm not going to get involved. So they're obviously told by the inspectors or the commander, not to like align themselves with anyone. But there's probably a lot of them.
But at the pub or behind closed doors, I wonder what most of them.
I believe most of them would stand with us. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think.
unfortunately, mortgages come before, you know,
Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
keep their tongue quiet. They don't align themselves with any, and it's
Well, it's just like a
can't-
was here
I can't blame
during George.
You know, they've got
George
Just a second. Wait, real quick. What were you saying, Pootie?
it's just like the cops was here during the
can't
George
blame the police.
Floyd riots, and they was told to stand down.
Huh? What were you saying, Bob?
I can't blame the police for not holding a flag or doing anything to take one side or the other, because they got wife and kids and all that, like everybody else. They got to, you know, protect
Well,
themselves.
do you know what comes to mind? There's a statement, like, and I don't know where it comes from, but I'm just following orders.
Yeah.
Do you know, and they're
that's
so
it.
poignant to how they
Where was
behave.
that where it didn't matter when that Nuremberg, where it all of a sudden just
Yep.
following orders wasn't good enough.
Yep.
Yeah. Never know, man. So, I don't think the ABC part's in this clip, but it's just about a minute long, and it's some more of Kash. And I think that guy explains that he thinks that Kash is alluding to arrest. This is.
Holy, can I just say, I'm going to go because I've got some things to do, and that I might jump backstage in a little while. Though. I've got the link.
Oh, for sure. We'll definitely have it
Hey,
back.
it's good talking to you.
Thank you so much for coming up.
Good talking to you guys. All the best, Cola.
You too.
See you later, everyone. Have a good one, chat.
You too.
Bless. Thanks.
He's like, her and her clips. Let me get out of here before I'm stuck again. I said it was a minute, man. Shit. No,
Yeah, I gotta go too. I got a phone call from Swinging Seniors. Hold on a second.
Oh, nothing blew up.
I gotta go. Something just blew up.
No, I'm gonna hang around a little while longer.
Just kidding.
I forgot to play that when Jeff left, actually. All right. Yeah, it's only a minute, y'all. I don't think he does it. I'm really disappointed because I don't think I've seen that. I feel like I would remember that. I'll have to go find it now.
I think it was probably right after that clip you showed.
You know what? If you guys have been struggling to hear, that's been on my end. Ever since we did that protest video, my volume's been incredibly low. I'm so sorry. No one even said anything. I'm so sorry. I had it like half. Anyway,
not bring this country together.
survived.
If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If
You're
you
gonna
want to talk
lecture me
about
dividing this country,
it is
I
my
follow
time.
you on your social media posts that
It is
tears
my
this country
time
apart.
to address
There should be a
your
unifying-
falsehoods.
Oh,
You are an
you can try
embarrassment
all
to the
you
division
want
in this
to
country.
not take
It is my
responsibility
time.
for what
You
you
had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
Your
making a
time is
mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
The
know how
people
far
of New
we've
Jersey
come
tell me
since
what my
you
time
tell-
is. You can't lecture me.
You can tell me my
I swear I saw that in chat too, that his time is over is also not meaning right now, meaning in general, like in a different way. And it may be, the shit could be layered. I love reading the chat. There's just a couple more seconds. I just forgot. I know I saw that in chat. too.
You may be the charge of the
I'm not
FBI,
going anywhere.
but I am not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman.
Not afraid of you.
I think Kash might be alluding to something else outside of the time on the clock. I think he's alluding to the fact that the time for the Democrat Party is over. That's what I think he's alluding to.
So arrest.
I think he's also alluding to some arrests that are going to be coming.
So I don't know.
There's Jeffrey back.
What's that?
Jeff back.
Jeff B couldn't resist. He had to put in the,
Going to prison.
yeah, he had to make sure to get that in.
You are good. Yeah, I don't know. I do like this guy, and I only follow him because of Pootie. I would have never even knew this guy existed. Something you shared with me had him, and then now that I watched one thing, he comes through. But I do like his opinion on things. I don't mind this guy.
He's a good dude, man. I like him.
Yeah, I do too, for the most part. You know, like it's almost like under the radar. You can trust him better. You know what I mean? Like I like Benny Johnson a lot, but he reminds me of like Benny Johnson before he was Benny Johnson or something. You know what I mean? Like right under the radar. And
he takes up a collection every month and takes it to these vets that has what do you call it? These dogs, with guide dogs and stuff, and helps helps the vets feed their dogs and stuff. He's a good dude, man.
Huh. Well, we might as well. What's the other one? Let me see what I think. Oh, talking about Russiagate. He calls him a buffoon at best. I mean, how can we not watch after all this? It was, I mean, it's just name calling, but
Yeah, I watched a bunch of that today and watched a bunch of it yesterday. It was good, man.
see, this is all I got, man, because I've been so, I'm glad I at least got the condensed version. You know what I mean?
I love this. The American people believe the truth, that I'm not in the weeds on the everyday movements of inmates. What I am doing is protecting this country, providing historic reform, and combating the weaponization of intelligence by the likes of you. And we have countlessly proven you to be a liar in Russiagate, in January 6th. You are the biggest fraud to ever sit in the United States Senate. You are a disgrace to this institution and an utter coward.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
This guy gives me the creeps.
From your perch and put on a show so you can go raise money for your charade. You are a political buffoon at best.
And then a troll.
Thank that the FBI is protecting this country and the state and citizens of California. We are bringing historic reform.
Point of order.
But all you care about is a child sex predator that was prosecuted by a prior administration, and the Obama Justice Department and the Biden Justice Department did squat. And what did President Trump do? Bring new charges courageously. And what have we done?
Chairman,
you said I'm the most transparent FBI director.
Take control of the situation. He was
That's
pretty
one
good.
of those
Let me ask
arguments.
you.
Well, go ahead.
Let me ask you all on the panel here. Would you allow Adam Schiff to babysit
Hell no.
your children?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Yeah. Same here. That guy could just give.
Navy
Why is he still there?
All right.
Why does he still have a position after all of this? You know,
I don't know.
people vote for him.
Well, what's the
No.
new thing about Trump is trying to potentially talked about maybe having term limits like 6 years or something like this. I bet nobody likes that. And then also there was like 5,000 FBI personnel got fired. Like I'm seeing them get rid of the deep state. And when you do a term limit and you don't let people just sit and rot there till death, that does eliminate, bad actors,
Okay, but who are those bad actors being replaced with? Better actors or worse actors? Because
But here's the thing, though. You clean up the voter roll, clean up all the voting stuff, and all of them ain't going to be in there like that.
all right, I see that
Good
point,
question,
and
Virginia.
I want to
Good
see the voter rolls cleaned up, but that's not happening yet. It's just
It will. It will.
It's
It will.
monkeys
Give it time.
each other off in the zoo.
I got you, Pootie. I got you.
Trust the plan.
I love that.
It's going to happen.
It's so funny, dude.
It's so funny because, but you know what I discovered earlier, and I can't believe it took me this long. I knew something was off about that clip because Pootie always says, "Trust the plan, baby." He puts that baby. So
Trust
when
the
he
plan, baby.
yeah, I feel like something's missing when that guy says it. I'm like, what? And I finally figured it out. It's duh. There's no baby at the end of it.
That is rich.
Yeah, but I mean, for real, anything you can do, anything can be turned into bad, anything can be turned into good. You could do something with good intention and bad things can come, and vice versa. But I do think that there are a lot of things going on, like the J6 stuff that from earlier with the t-shirt guy. I love that guy. I know everybody gives him shit, but I like that he shows he's one of the, most of the people that I watch, they'll read like an article and then they talk about it or something. He stays on script, man. He shows everything he's talking about. It's refreshing to go through it with him, and he'll even kind of break it down. Like I can't play an entire, people would drop out of here. They wouldn't want, but if you have the time, you can go straight through it'll be a 70-page document. He'll go through freaking a bulk of it. He won't go, and page for page, word for word, and kind of explain it. And if you take the time, that's how I've learned a lot of stuff listening to that guy. He breaks it down.
Another thing about that Ben Dykes dude, he has at the end of his show, he have a call in too, and a lot of people call in. You learn a lot of stuff like that too, and it's pretty cool.
I agree, chat, and when people call in and stuff, because like minds gather and to have these conversations, and then they're already there. They've been looking into similar, if not maybe even something parallel but slightly different, and that's what makes it, once we're already all kind of looking at the same things, people have different opinions, different viewpoints. I love hearing it all. Oh my God. See, I told you, What Life and Navy Vet been talking about Idiocracy. The president convicted was an ex-wrestler. Trump is the only president in WWE Hall of Fame, heels and faces. There's so many weird things in movies like that, though. Like, there's so many strange things. But yeah, that was that movie's almost scary now. Yeah, me too. I like the guy in Florida. What's that guy's name? Oh gosh, he's a big shot now. God, I can't think of the guy's name. I know Billy's not listening. He knows his name. Well, I know he calls it the Brian Craig Show, but that's not the guy that's talking's name. He's a real Trump lover, big time. But he's not shy about it. He puts it out there, and he will talk to anybody. He'll talk to somebody that hates Trump, and go just have a good conversation.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you would like him, Pootie. But I can't think of his freaking name, and I haven't had time to catch. I haven't caught a show in forever. I'm about to look on my phone and figure it out. It's gonna bug me. I know one of them, Steve Kane, Brian Craig. I guess maybe he is Brian Craig. Shit, I don't know. But he's pretty fun. The way that he will take a call. Like, I mean, I think that can't be easy to just, you don't know what the person's going to say. It's a complete stranger. Anything could happen. And he's just takes call after call. Like he's not worried about it. I think that would be, I'd be nervous. Yeah, it's Brian Craig now, and I'm stupid. Brian Craig Show. Steve Kane's the guy. They've been on the radio for, look, I'm like, that's
yeah. I say he comes on in the morning, early in the morning. So I've seen him, but I don't know. It's just something weird. Something weird about him.
You think?
Huh?
You think he's weird?
Yeah, he's weird. I mean, to me, he's just weird.
He's got like the radio personality kind of.
Yeah.
I think I got through all my Kash Patel stuff, but I didn't see it all. That's what I showed is pretty much. I mean, I may have seen a little bit more than that, but not much more. And I see that I've missed out greatly. If he was doing the ABCs, making fun of people and stuff, I would have loved to caught that. It sounds good. Steve McKay. I know that.
I thought it had to be right after that because he was sitting there and said, "Come on, let's see how you do your ABCs, ABCD." Cash has got him, boy. Had to be right after that part he's showing.
That sucks. Well, I don't know why I was following that guy and that's what he showed. Okay, so this is totally not political at all, but we've always talked about a lot of the stuff in Hollywood, and we've definitely talked about Corey Feldman, and he said Charlie Sheen did something to Haim, and I honestly, I just kind of believed it. But
I just watched the 2-part thing on Netflix with Charlie Sheen, and it's somewhat homogenized, but he does admit to some stuff, but he would not admit to that.
No, I've got a clip right here. I watched it too, but this is not the whole thing. This is just what I mean, it's a couple seconds right here. Basically, he just calls it bullshit. But he definitely, I want to get into the rest of what they don't share on here. And since you've seen it, you won't be in the dark, Harry Yorga. It's pretty nuts because it kind of made me think, Anyways, here's
absolute. I should have taken legal action against Feldman.
There's a lot of good people. Same allegation. Did that happen or did that happen?
Absolute.
Finally, I'm so happy Charlie Sheen is actually, we're getting to hear what Charlie Sheen has to say about it. Finally.
Should have taken legal action against Feldman.
There's a lot.
Basically just repeat it again. And then, but I think it's funny. I mean, he's never come out and said anything. And all of a sudden he's clearing the air on everything. Here's just I think this is.
Yeah, I want to hear him deny it.
That's all it really. He called it fucking bullshit, and he should have taken.
Watch his eyes when he starts talking about it, though, because most of the interview, he's looking the interviewer right dead in the eyes, and when he starts talking about this shit, he starts looking away as he's explaining it away.
Yeah, I don't. I'll tell you my opinion. I just want to get through a couple of these, and then there's more.
But there's also a lot of really, really sick, corrupt people in this industry.
But I didn't feel like giving that clown that much more. Content.
In AKA Charlie Sheen on Netflix, the 60-year-old actor
is it out yet? Is that documentary? I need to watch it.
Defended himself against a disturbing allegation that decades ago he sexually assaulted child star Corey Haim. Sheen called it a piece of vile fiction.
Did he say a decade ago?
The child star Corey Haim. That decades ago he sexually assaulted.
Oh, decades ago. I thought he said a decade ago.
The child star Corey Haim. Sheen called it a piece of vile fiction invented by Corey Feldman. Unfortunately, Haim cannot speak for himself. He tragically died.
Of course he can't.
Oh, that is so horrible too. I don't know. It's like I said, I don't think I can play a documentary from because they will probably get me on that because it would be copyrighted. But if he got away with putting it in this video, I feel like his content. But Jorg and I both saw it. We can talk about it. I'm just going to play this last little short bit here about the timeline.
It just doesn't make fucking sense.
Lucas. At the time of filming, Haim was 13 and Sheen was 19. Over the years, the Coreys' career struggled, but the actors remained friends and even starred in the A&E reality show The Two Coreys from 2007 to 2008. Then on March 10th, 2010, Corey Haim was found dead in the apartment he shared with his mother, Judy. He died of pneumonia after a long battle with drug addiction. The surviving Corey, Feldman, became an outspoken advocate against child
It's always the good to die first, isn't it?
exploitation. In his 2013 memoir, Choreography, he alleged that he and other child actors were groomed and sexually abused through an elaborate Hollywood pedophile ring. Then in 2020, Feldman made an even more shocking allegation. In his documentary, My Truth, The Rape of Two Coreys, Feldman alleged that Haim had told him Sheen raped him during the filming of Lucas. 5 years later, Charlie Sheen is finally responding in his own doc. Not only did he deny the allegation, he also pointed out that Haim's mom...
A real documentary for him. Charlie Sheen has got a real documentary.
Previously disputed the claim. In the end, Sheen had choice words for his former friend.
So yeah, no, that one was just off,
That's pretty much all they had on that. And I don't know, man. He brought up the mother but here's the thing: if you're somebody's mother that happened to, wouldn't you tell them to shut the fuck up, no matter if it happened or it didn't? Even if it did happen, wouldn't you tell them, hey, shut the fuck up? I would.
I don't know. In what you just showed, I didn't see Charlie Sheen deny it.
At the very beginning, and he
does deny it. He's like vehemently like, "Oh hell no, that never happened."
But what else does he talk about after that, though, Jorga? What does he admit?
If it wasn't true, why wasn't he suing for slander?
That's what he said. Give him any more content, right? But what he did admit to, he started talking about when he started smoking crack. He starts talking about when you go to the restaurant, you got the same menu. Eventually, you want to flip over the menu and see what else is on there. And he's basically making analogies to like really talking about dudes, and he's talking about sex. And he's like, basically, when he was on crack, he wanted to try dudes. And I mean, he put it out there, and he's like, people will try to blackmail me and this and that. So basically. And I don't know that he was speaking he didn't want to come right out and say it, but he was saying.
He put that in a time frame where it only happened just a few years ago. and that he was never like that before.
Oh,
Remember?
for sure. That's what he said.
So
But
that
then he
gets him out of the whole Corey Haim thing.
It was just weird, man. Well, that wouldn't be. I mean, I feel like that's just the
Oh, it's a load of shit.
PDF at that point. That's not even just gay. That's PDF at that, and they're different. I mean, they're two different things. But I don't know, man. I just think it's funny that in the same breath he denies one thing, he comes out with something new. Like, oh, but by the way, I was gay for a little while though.
Yeah, with grown-up gay dudes. Yeah, and so that's okay.
It totally happened, dude. Y'all gotta. It's a whole documentary.
Only when I was on crack, I was gay. Only on
when
crack.
I was doing crack.
Yeah, basically blamed it on crack, kind of. Then he got in the crack.
I hear all this stuff, and man, what a boring life I have led. You know? Oh God, I wouldn't trade places with any of these people for any, not even for a moment. You know.
Me neither.
I'm done.
Well, I think John Dunning has a point. Everything is scripted, and especially considering it's all leading us to the same point of the stars have fallen. A lot of them for various reasons. It depends on what you look at or what you're into or whatever. But Hollywood and actors and even musicians and the people that we, quote, idolized are falling.
Right.
I couldn't believe how good Denise Richards, her behavior was. Because she was married to Charlie Sheen and had, I think, one kid with him. And he put her through total hell. He ends up marrying this other woman, and they had two kids. I think they were twins.
Yes.
And Denise Richards, throughout the years, they stayed in touch. She ended up taking those kids that weren't, they were Charlie's other kids, because they were all getting, whacked out all the time.
So I may or may not watch The Real Housewives of, I think that one's Beverly Hills. I'm not sure, but Denise Richards is on it. And there are other people that are kind of like B-list actors or actresses that are on it. And she did take care of all those kids and absolutely went through it and is now with another divorce. But it's kind of interesting to look at the development of how these family structures work and whatever with all of this weird shit. Charlie would be a
people are evil
husband. Put it that way.
Yep, I thought it was pretty cool of her. She didn't have to do that. And
but he negotiated that 2.5 Men thing all the way up to $2 million per episode just for him.
Oh my God.
Per episode. And what does he do? He blows it. He blew it. He went out and got all screwed up and couldn't do the show anymore. And
Tiger Blood winning.
Yeah, but he still had I think a year and a half or a year left on his contract for $2 million per episode.
Right.
Are you dumb?
Yeah, he put the guy's name out there. He was also taunting them. He thought he could get away with anything. Remember, he put out some information or something because he saw it in the credits, and he was just being a real douchebag. I like the stories about Nick Cage in the plane, though. That was pretty wild.
Man, I couldn't believe that. I didn't know anything. I didn't know Nick Cage was that wild.
No, me either. Well, one of the things they said, he grabs a hold of the whatever intercom and tells them, like, we're all going down. We're going to die. Like Nick Cage did this on a flight with Charlie Sheen. And whenever they land, when the plane lands,
he said, this is your pilot. I hate to inform you that we've lost an engine or something like that. We're going down. Prepare yourself for a crash, and he got a ton of trouble for that shit.
When was this?
A long time ago, but
okay.
He's told that Nick Cage has told this story. I found this out after the fact on talk shows and stuff, but you can look it up. And he said that when they landed, there were a bunch of cops surrounding them. And what he didn't know was that Charlie had some, Coca-Cola Classic tape somewhere. So they both got in trouble, I think.
And then they made Con Air, and it was poetic.
Totally perfect ending to a crazy effed up night,
Yeah.
But kind of funny, though. But yeah, I just am too afraid to play the whole deal because they'll get me. You know, it's going to be a copyright deal. But that guy shared that much, so I feel like that's at least safe. And I'm so glad you saw it though, Yorga, because so many people, you know. So I
can't watch it again. I mean, I'm not going to say I enjoyed it. I'm glad I got through it, but I can't watch it again.
Yeah. Huh. I hear you. So yeah, I probably will kind of shut down soon and do a backstage. So I really would like anybody that wants to come back. But there's this short little 2-minute thing of a deleted Amber Heard interview. And I don't know, a lot of people probably know who she is, the one that, you know, accused Johnny Depp, the one that defecated in her bed and all that. Yeah. So she looks, everything she does ends up making her look worse or cringy. I guess that's why they delete it or whatever. But I did want to share it just because why not? A little bit of Hollywood before we close it down. I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have as much time as I usually do either to get things together.
Tell all piece with Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. All of them are deleted now. So I had my team pull it. We're going to watch it here, but just know they literally wiped this from the internet.
Has it sunk in? How could it? Surreal and difficult in part, yes. This has been a long time coming. To my dying day, will stand by every word of my testimony.
The real-life drama of the defamation case between Amber Heard and her ex-husband Johnny Depp captivated millions of people around the world, with clips spreading across social media like wildfire.
I think vast majority of the trial was played out on social media. I think that this trial is an example of that gone haywire, gone amok. And the jury is not immune to that.
You think the jury saw it?
How could they not? I think even the most well-intentioned juror, it would have been impossible to avoid this.
People online and crowds outside the courthouse made it clear where they stood.
Every single day I passed for 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks lined with people holding signs saying burn the witch, death to Amber. After 3.5 weeks, I took the stand and saw just a courtroom packed full of Captain Jack Sparrow fans who were vocal, energized.
Can you put into words how that felt?
This was the most humiliating and horrible thing I've ever been through.
To put it lightly, I think that's you feeling the consequences of your actions, feeling the consequences of lying and being exposed. When you make a mistake and that's like aired out to the world, it's not pleasant. So I think you're feeling normal feelings. And I'm sorry that you're a celebrity. That was all aired out all over the internet.
Captain Jack Sparrow fans, get out of here.
No.
It gets worse every time. Sorry, I had to share that in Virginia. Oh, God. Oh, yuck. I guess I asked for it. What am I going to say? So, yeah, I hate that I feel like I'm cutting it short, but not really. I mean, 3 hours is a long time. I just I like the backstage too. It's kind of my favorite part, and I always try to get people to come back because I think that we actually have more fun in the back than we ever do on the live.
Yep.
And they missed out on that part.
You want me to drop a link in just in case?
Oh, if you want to, I was about to do it. Look, we can both see who's faster. You're probably gonna be.
Yeah, Pooty.
I think I got it.
Oh my God, I think I got it.
That ain't it.
Ah, that's funny. Well, you dropped it. And both of you dropped the wrong link. Y'all blow.
No way.
Y'all suck it.
Did I really?
Right.
You're right, I did, because I was racing. I
I'm
dropped
gonna
my own.
win the race.
That's how you get here. In case if you weren't
Here we
here,
go.
when you were here, you can click that link and then you'll be here.
Yeah, there you go. Virginia got it.
Oh, damn.
There's a StreamYard.
Yeah.
Damn it,
We screwed that all up, didn't we?
Yeah, I shouldn't have made it a race. I should have known better.
That's so funny, dude.
They call us out.
Oh, well, we tried.
Quietly done it. She's like, you know.
Everybody clicks on the wrong link, and the next thing you know, you're in some kind of freaking Hindu live stream.
Right. You got punked.
Goodbyes to say to YouTube. I'm just going to say good night to YouTube. Good night, YouTube.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, YouTube. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da.